Am I alive? I think I'm alive. I hope I am alive. I think I'm alive. Better be live because it's the first episode of the new influencer series, so it better be live. What do you think, Bill?
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay.
You're right. We should do it live, Bill. We should do it live. So we are going to do it live right now because we got a full chat already. We haven't even started, and there's already full chat. I'm going to get to a couple quick hellos to a few people in the YouTube world and in Twitcherland, because I have to say hello to the Twitchers too. Not only the tubers, I have to say hello to the Twitchers and all the people that are in the chat. We're going to say hello to them. And I know it's bizarre. People. It's prime time. Yes, Journey's prime time. We're not doing the Insomniac hours tonight, but because it's a different series. I'm the kind of person that actually can expand. I'm a brand. I'm not only, settling on nighttime. I could take any time, any hours if I want to. All right. So you're going to listen to me. All right. So I'm going to, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to play my really outdated outro. I'm going to say my hellos, and then we're going to bring our guest in. Okay. So let me play that because that's why I'm going to do it. All right. Yes, time for the interview. Because that's how we do it. We play an outdated outro. God damn, that's an outdated outro. And don't you love it? I know you all love how outdated it is. We play the intro and we start the show. And we have a guest tonight. His name is Jen Mint. And this is going to be a drama-free type of environment tonight. You understand? It's going to be drama-free. We're going to be nice, unless I don't want to be nice. And then forget about it. Not nice journey, but I'm going to be nice. Why? Because I told everybody I'm going to be a very positive person. That's right. I'm a very positive person. You can't call me negative. Do you understand that? So I'm going to have a really positive. You know what? I'm not that positive because this guy cost me money. You know why he cost me money? This guy, I could have made gazillions off of a fight with him and Tom, and he didn't. He just left, and I didn't get anything out of it. I don't know if anybody remembers what had happened previously. Previously on Comic Journey.
You hear that, Tom? You're quick and you're squirrely, but once he's got you in his hands, he's going to crush you like, a piece of coal to turn you into a diamond.
When I first started the Jen Mint account on Instagram. Yo, somebody needs to boot this guy, man. This is my biggest hater, Comic Tom 101.
Well, we saw there was a little bit of beef in
yeah, man, because this guy, man, he's on the West Coast. He calls me at 3 o'clock in the morning his time. I'm an East Coast guy. I'm in bed, sleeping. I'm older, and he just thinks that he can just boss anybody around, and we're not having it anymore.
You think you take it on, Tom? You take him out?
Well, here's the thing with Comic Tom. You might look at his videos and think that he's like a little guy. He's really not that little. He's got the height. He's got some mass to him. I don't know, man. I think it's going to come down to if I get close to him, it's over.
I think he can outrun you. I don't know if he can take you on muscle-wise.
But he might be quick, man. If he gets in quick with like a low kind of duck, who knows, man? You never know. I wouldn't count him out.
Do that, but I think you're being a little bit modest. He's going to do that, but we're gonna see. One day we'll get you guys into the ring and we'll start comic community death matches.
If I get close to him, it's over.
We'll do that. But
See, I had the whole damn thing promoted and the whole nine. I was going to make gazillions. I was going to be YouTube famous, TikTok famous, Insta. You know, that's what the kids say, Insta or IG. Instagram famous. I was going to be all that. All that. He fucking took it away from me. No, hold on. I can't curse. YouTube does not want me to curse, so I'm not cursing. No more cursing. All right. So, for no further ado, I'm gonna bring in the Gem, and I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna put him to work. He's gonna help me say hello to people. That's what we're gonna do. Because one hello, everybody knows the rules. All right. So let me bring this guy in. Hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. And you?
I'm a little bit perturbed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, you saw what you know how much it cost me.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's where it all started, man. That boo really stuck with me, man.
Well, I know. I was the instigator. So promoter. It's not called instigator, it's promoter.
That boo, I would see it in my nightmares. And that's why I quit the Comic Tom channel. That's why I quit Whatnot. I almost quit my channel because of that damn boo.
You see the kind of influence I have here? All right. You made it a little easier for me. Now you admitted to it. All right. How you doing tonight, John?
I'm doing good, man.
Thank you for coming back again.
I feel reinvigorated.
Really?
I feel reinvigorated lately.
Do you?
Yes.
A drama will do that. Wouldn't it? It gives you like a shot of electricity.
Well, the drama kind of came after that. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to skip ahead, but I think some of it was good for me, and some of it is probably good to finally talk about. But where we're at now, I do like.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to get into that and a hell of a lot more in this interview. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we do here. But before we do that, you going to help me say some hellos to people?
Man, fuck that, man.
See?
You think I want to say hello to DJ Lynx or freaking Perry Comics or Comic Toby? I'm not trying to say hi to these people. Las Cruces, 1971, deserves a hello from me. Gem fucking Mint.
One hello. Everybody knows the rules. That's it. No more hellos after that. We give one hello. By the way, Perry, he's going to be on this channel in the same show in about 2 weeks.
Well, it's a
And
mistake.
it's gonna go,
Right now.
That's going to definitely be interesting.
Yeah, right.
Put it in your calendar. Well, you don't think it's going to be interesting?
With
You find
Perry Comics, watching the first movie for the first time ever. Every single movie he'd never seen.
You find him disinteresting?
I think he's disingenuous.
Oh.
You think he's never seen Avengers 1? Look at this guy's face. You think you could trust a face like that?
Oh.
No way.
All
We're
right.
letting it all out on the table tonight.
Maybe I have to go Don King with you and Perry at one point.
I think I could take Perry. No problem.
Well, you heard that, Perry? He's going to kick your ass digitally. That's it. All right. So GT Comic, hello. My Flock, hello. And then you got Shattered Glass Collectibles.
Shout out to Shattered Glass.
Tyler from Whack Comics, hello. I'm glad this is your highlight of your day. Okay. And we got Entropy, Kevin, Hollywood. How you doing? We already said, Jem said hello to you. You don't get two hellos. We said that already. And then you got MJ. I'm sorry, I am unable to watch this live. Well, it's your fault. Too bad for you. You're going to miss out all the exciting fun. The whole fun is live. And DJ, no, he almost called me with a second hello. Almost. We acknowledge you. And we got Austin LeMay.
Okay.
Austin LeMay is great. Great artist. It's always a luck.
I taught him how to draw.
You what?
I taught him how to draw.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
During the pandemic, he would come over. I would teach him how to draw. I gave him the idea to do Something is Killing the Turtle, so he did it.
Interesting. Well, it looks like looks like we're going to learn a lot of things tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no! What? Are you kidding? We just started the intro. We just started this whole thing, and you're already starting with the oh no's.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Okay, can I ask everyone to please stop saying oh no in this courtroom? Because the fucking Kool-Aid guy's gonna keep showing up. Thank you.
Okay, please, people, refrain from the hellos. Please, we're going to ask you that. And we got Megatherion. Hello. 2 Megatherion. Oh yeah, that's right. No. And we got Comic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we got Comic Toby. Beef it. Hello, for all the way down from New Zealand. And we got Circumstances, another troublemaker here. And we got Pops in Comics 82. Well, hello there. Well, I'm not going to get into your fingers. Oh, and we got Lee, the other side of Whack Comics. And I think, did we get everybody? There's no more hellos after this. So, Comic Vet, all the way from Canada. Hello. And Shop for Comics, another talented individual from the community. Drawing everybody. Did he draw you? Did he draw a gem man?
Never.
Aha, he drew me.
It seems seems intentional that he didn't draw me.
You think so?
Feels like that.
Well, maybe did he draw me? Maybe he got confused because now you have long hair and you used to have short hair, and he's confused. Like, which gem do I draw? Long hair or?
There have been many shades of gem throughout my time on YouTube.
And I promise you, we're going to get into that tonight.
I told you.
Hey, no body shaming here. If somebody wants to lose weight, it's okay. It's okay to lose weight.
It's overrated, man. Slim Jim was kind of a dick, so it's kind of overrated to lose weight.
So what are we going to call you now? Like normal size gem?
Yeah. I'm not all the way back where I was. I don't know, just medium gem.
Okay, not abnormal gem. How about that? We're going to call you that.
Call me whatever you want.
Or normal gem? I don't know. Medium. I don't like medium. Medium sounds mediocre. Normalized gem. That's what we're going to call it.
I'm sure the chat can help us out.
You're really going to invite them to tell you? All right.
I'm all for it, man. It's their show.
We got Nugget Futz. We got Susie Q in the house. We got the comic book gamer. Evil's Comics is in the house. Still 35 cents. We got all the way from Australia as well. We got a lot of Australians here. And we got
right?
Laura.
With Whack Comics and how many
I recognize her. I recognize her. I think she's married to Troublemaker. I don't know which one, but I think so. How you
Something
doing, Laura?
about a geese.
We don't speak of geese here.
Gooses?
You just spoke about them. We just said we don't speak of geese. All right, we're going to get into that too. All right?
Yeah.
And we got Kenneth Bird in the house. Strange Dogs, hello. And that is it.
I like that. Classic gem is classy. It's respectable. I like that. Classic gem. I'm with
Classic gem.
That's a good one.
You know what is, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's respectable or it's
Dignified?
different. Your new intro. What the hell is that?
That song?
That's like a 1980s Jane Fonda workout fever dream.
I love it.
Hey, at least you got somebody to write a song for you.
That was nice, man.
That was nice.
Very nice. And it wasn't a rap song. I like that it wasn't a rap song. I've had somebody hit me with a rap song before, which was very nice. I liked it a lot. I used it all the time. But the fact that it was a different genre was cool to me.
Are you going to tell me what the story is with the hair?
Yeah, because the thing is,
I'm used to hip hop, Gem, and I'm getting
first of all,
Eddie Vedder, Gem here.
DJ, are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, I see that.
When you could do this at 40, you kind of have to do it at that point. It would be a disservice to others to not. No, but seriously, the thing is, I always just shave my head, buzz my head with a 1. I hate doing it, man. You got to do it every 2 weeks. You got to sweep up the floor. So I just cut my hair. I was doing it like once a year and just letting it grow out all year. but this time I just haven't cut it yet, and I just been letting it rock.
All right, I'll tell you this much: the long, straight hair gem is better than the. I just got electrocuted like what's Benjamin
Anime
Franklin hair?
I like the anime hair.
No, I do not like that.
You don't get here without going through anime hair phase.
It's called mousse. You have to use a lot of mousse. And it works well, like Vidal Sassoon. No, but here's the story, boys and girls. Before we really dive into this, I'm going to tell you guys this. I'll be looking at the chat. We'll be highlighting things as we're going. But I'm not going to be able to answer everything on the spot. I'm going to star everything, and we'll definitely get to that point. When it's time for us to start taking questions nonstop, we will play this.
Any questions?
You're gonna answer no questions, and I won't tell you no lies.
Hey Lord, don't ask me questions. Hey Lord, don't ask me questions, please.
What do you want? What do you want from us? To ask you this much is just a matter of trust, not an affront. What do you want?
That's right. We're going to ask you, what do you want at that
These
point?
are the longest video clips I've ever seen.
I can make them longer for you if you like.
Does StreamYard have enough bandwidth and memory for that?
Oh, don't you worry about my bandwidth. I got plenty of bandwidth.
You got bandwidth coming out the wazoo.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Hey, listen, I'm not apologetic about my extremely long clips, and I will make them longer, and that's a promise.
Please don't. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't like them?
Next time you play one, I'm going to go use the restroom and come back.
Well, maybe we'll do an intermission, and I'll play one of my special clips. Anyway, it's not Insomniac Theater. We don't got those special clips right now. But that being said, all right, you got a lot of things going on with you since we last talked.
Well, what I wanted to know is, who have you talked to since I was last on?
On the influencer?
Yeah.
Well, Tom was on before you, right?
Yep.
So was Nerdy Girl.
Okay. But what about since?
Well, I'm trying to think after that who came on. Rage Theo came on. We had a few artists come on. Esteban Salinas. We had who else do we have? We had 28 of them. We had 28 influencers. Don't make me think. A lot of good people we had on here.
I'm just curious who has been on since.
We had excellent people. Don't be curious. You worry, and we're gonna focus on you. You don't worry. Focus on everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, Thorough on. I know you love Thorough, so I had him on. We had plenty of people on. Beautiful people.
Okay.
Beautiful people from the entire community, because I'm an inclusive guy. I had everybody in there.
I see that.
That's right, because that's the new positive me. But seriously, a lot of stuff has been going on with you. A lot of changes have been happening with you. A lot of interesting, I think, probably exciting changes for you as well. A lot of things that are probably a little nerve-wracking, like to sell your house and all that stuff, and the move. And let's just start with that video that you dropped not that long ago. Mm-hmm. Basically coming in and telling everybody that it seemed like you have some kind of remorse as far as the way you were during a certain time period while you were with Whatnot and that kind of thing. And you wanted to kind of reinvent yourself and bring back the old gem.
Yeah, I think I lost the old gem somewhere along the way, with moving here, with partnering up with them. And I don't think it was them so much as me, like, trying to be more professional. Even like my videos that I would put out, my statue reviews, I kept focusing on making them more and more professional. But I'm like, nobody signed up. This is what the Geeses made me, they made me realize this. I hate to give them the credit. I wish I could credit anybody else.
The Goose? The
Gooses. Yeah.
You don't want to give the Goose any credit?
I I would give Mother Goose credit, but not Sticky, man. Anybody but Sticky. But obviously, I felt a disconnect from the channel. I felt like I wasn't putting out daily content. The vibe was off, I guess is the best way to say it. And look, in retrospect, the biggest thing I could think of is like I try to be too professional. I felt like I guess I was partnered with these people, and I didn't want to do anything that would, I don't know, make them look bad or whatever. I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, I just stopped being the gem that everybody came to see is the bottom line, right? So that was an eye-opener with a couple of the person that we shall not name's videos. And, some of the things that I've since announced have, obviously this wasn't something I did overnight. I had been in my mind and, pointing out from like a fan perspective, like, dude, we used to like this guy, we used to watch this guy, but now it feels like this. And I agree with that. And I'm like, damn, man. All right, you know what? Let's make some changes, And when I made the video to talk about what my situation was, I didn't know what to expect. I actually expected it to be a lot worse. I never thought like, I'm going to make this video and everyone's going to feel bad for me and everybody's going to want to watch the channel. Like there's no way to have expected that, you know what I mean? And not to say that's what happened, but that's kind of like the accusations,
All right. So
man. Go ahead.
Explain this to me because I'm a little bit confused about the whole thing.
Okay, please.
You seem remorseful, but why are you remorseful? Well, like what? Like, all right, there's a lot of people that are content creators. There are a lot of people that are influential throughout the different platforms in that kind of format, and they're not all hits. There's highs and lows throughout people's content creating times, and you went through a dip. What do you feel is that makes you remorseful of what you did?
The only thing that I would say I would be remorseful about is losing connection with the channel and the people that supported me on YouTube, and just losing that connection with them. Like, Whatnot, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Like, wow, this is this huge opportunity. I have always been known as somebody who buys and sells comics. I was doing auctions with Very Gary on YouTube. I always bought and sold stuff to make the hobby fund itself. So like selling comic books on Whatnot just seemed like a natural progression to that. But when you say remorseful, I mean the only remorse is really, like I said, losing focus on the channel and what got me there. And I guess that's what I would say.
All right, so you felt like what did you feel like? You were unapproachable compared to like some of the people, or you felt
hell
that
no, never that. Anybody
you're more distant.
The people in the chat that you see that are rocking with me, a lot of them I know in person. Never unapproachable. Anybody who ever came up to me or has DM'd me, I speak to everybody, so that's never that. I just feel like the videos that I was making lost a personal touch. That's what I feel like.
I have to agree with that, and I think I alluded to that the last, because I had to go replay that last video
right now. The guy that you talked to last time, I don't like that guy.
The guy that I talked to last time,
the last time I was on this channel. So, and you're saying you alluded to it. I probably didn't even want to hear it then.
You talking about Tom?
I'm talking about me.
Well, I was talking about something that we were talking.
But what I'm saying is when I was on here last, that Gem Mint, I don't like that guy.
You don't like that guy?
I don't like that guy.
Okay, I understand that. But there was something that I had alluded to you to that Gem Mint, not this one.
Right.
Short hair Gem Mint, not long hair Gem Mint.
Right.
I had alluded that I missed those lives. I missed those interactions between you and Fee.
Yeah.
I missed those interactions where you just candid on the thing.
I lost that, right?
Polished.
I lost that somewhere along the way.
You never lost the videos being polished. You never the production value didn't drop. That much you always kept up with, which I give credit to that, because I've seen people of even a lot higher subscription bases that have dropped even the quality of their production and all that over time. So you at least kept that up, but it's good to see that you kind of look back on yourself and said, hey, I got to change this
Yeah.
because something's not working right now. And
Right.
speaking of certain, geese, seems like the goose is loose in the.
Like, what is this guy? He got a ringing in his ear or something?
I don't know. I guess so. I guess so. But listen, Goose, you goosed Jem over here, and all of a sudden you put a fire under his ass, and all of a sudden now he's like reinventing himself again. He's coming back, going back to his roots. So whether you like it or not, you caused something good for him. So
No, he didn't do shit. Don't tell him that.
he's going to say that anyway, regardless if we say that or not. He's gonna make a video of telling everybody. If you tell him that if you don't give him credit, he's gonna say to you, "What an asshole! He's not giving me credit." And if you do give him credit, he's gonna boast that you gave him that you give him accolades. So you lose regardless. So leave it at
win
that.
with this guy, basically.
But that didn't inspire something. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about him. He's already got fires burning all over the community right now with other people. So
You know the funny thing? Are we at the Sticky Goose segment yet that I want to talk about?
I may as well. We're on it right now.
The funny thing about Sticky Goose, man, is that he can make a video and have everybody hate him, right? But all it takes is that next video to be funny, and everyone's gonna be like, it's just fucking Sticky Goose, man. He's all right. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. His dynamic is so crazy. It's very different than I think what we've seen in this space this whole time, right? I mean, can you think of anybody else that was like, with this different type of approach, causing this much of a stir? A lot of people sit in their space and talk bad about others, but nobody really hears it. It's kind of just people yelling into the void. But for some reason, he's able to catch that attention. I think it's interesting.
See, the one thing about him and what he does, listen, we all do our shtick. It's what it is. Whether people like it or not, we all play a certain character. It might be very close to what we are in real life, but when we're on screen, there is a certain element of a character that does take over.
I agree with that. And I think if I think about myself, I think I morphed into this character that I thought I was supposed to be. And then I realized nobody, like I said, nobody came here for that guy. Like, just be yourself, man. Just let it all out. You don't need to be super professional. You don't need to watch what you say. Like, just fucking be yourself, man. And
That's what happens when you get skinny.
You got skinny. I made a bunch of money. People are calling you an influencer, asking you to come on their channels. It's like, I guess ego could get to your head. Or you could say it like that. You could say you got to your head, or you could say, like I said, you lost yourself. You thought you had to be this thing that you never had to be,
Well, regardless of whatever it is that happened, you got there. You're here now. We're going to see where you are in a year from now. Maybe
Which
we'll
is
do
probably
this
around the last
thing.
time I was here with you, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll do this annual thing. I'll do
annual gem
wellness
checkup.
check. We'll do a wellness check for you.
It's like a prostate exam.
Exactly. I'll be your prostate doctor. Or I'll be your proctologist. How's that? Your digital proctologist. But we all play our characters. Goose's character is mostly a heel. That's basically what he plays. He plays that guy that wants to, irritate people. But the thing that they does play well while doing that character, he's unapologetic.
Right. Well, that's about him.
Even when he apologizes, he's not apologizing.
That's what I was going to say. Right when you think you might have won him over, that next video might be right at you too. So you kind of got to stay on your toes with this guy.
So whether people get it or not, that's who he is. You could like him, you could hate him. You're stuck with him. Unless more people decide to strike him again, which that's the thing I want to talk to you about. As far as YouTube members striking each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a thing I know for a fact in other parts of YouTube. It's a taboo thing. You do not do that. You could get really outed by communities, like really blasted publicly, not only by the person that actually got the strike, by everybody else, whether they like the content or not. They all rally around no whistleblowing.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
You know, it's a weird thing because I don't think it's anything that I've ever experienced in our community. Because again, Sticky Goose was never really a thing in our community. You know, like, my first gut reaction was definitely like, man, don't be striking channels. Like that was my gut. And what did I say when I did the video? I thought that he got mass flagged, like maybe everybody he roasted all flagged at the same time. But then it was a copyright thing. But then it was a bullying thing. I don't really know what it was with this guy, Sticky Goose. But,
From what I get,
yeah.
what I get, it was a anti-bully kind of thing that he got hit with. I'm sure at one point or another he'll talk about it. He did a whole video about it, so people go check it out. I'm not going to get too deep into what the strike was.
Right.
I'm more concerned.
Let me just put it like this, CJ. If you make a video about me, I'm not going to copyright strike you. I'm not going to do it. But
all right.
So if anybody who watches me, if that's what you're worried about, I'm not going to do it.
And if there's something that I do that like really gets under your skin, like really, really gets under your skin, what would you probably do? You'll probably DM me or send me an email telling me, hey, listen, cease and desist, or
I might make a response video to you.
Oh, you might do that. I think that's the best way in order to keep engagement going. Or if you really don't want to be part of that kind of thing, just let it go. And it dies. When you don't say anything about it, it dies. That's what happens usually.
Yeah.
But that being said, I just was very curious because you have a larger channel, and I thought that maybe you had like some slings and arrows thrown to you over the years. So
never. The only time I've ever gotten copyright strikes, but they weren't like channel strikes. They were from like doing trailer reactions, and I just got the balls to fight them all and just say, hey, this is fair use, blah blah blah. And half the time they would remove the copyright thing, and half the time they wouldn't.
Yeah, I've got hit with a lot of shit over time, but I'm me, so I expect that.
I do not delete comments on my channel at all whatsoever. No, I do not.
Yeah, you know how many people tell me to shut up. You almost got me to say the word. I promised myself I'm not going to curse, but shut the F up, okay? We're going to shut the F up, okay? You know how many people tell me that I should strike everybody with the power of God? And that's it. Because I've been coined YouTube Jesus. That's what they tell me now. So that's who I am. But
I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't delete your comments about whatever your political views are. I could care less, man. Do you want to talk about politics with figure drawing or no?
Sure. Where is he? Let's see.
So I want to get. I'm not going to talk politics, but I would like to get a temperature check in the chat. I want to see where the chat is at. If you're for Trump, drop a T. If you're for Kamala, drop a K. And let's see where the chat is at. I just want to see because I want to know who I'm dealing with in this chat.
All right, let's get it really fucked up. You made me curse.
I just want to see because
that's right.
People trying to act like I'm crazy. The thing with politics that's tough. Here's my thing with that because I hate to be the guy that's like, well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't like politics. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's whack. But at the same time, I'm not trying to argue with people about it. I'm not trying to regurgitate talking points and you're regurgitating talking points. It's just nauseating, man. Like, I'm gonna believe what I believe. You could believe what you believe, and keep it moving, man. All right, so we have a pretty split room.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. By the way, to my awesome mods that are in the chat, just as always, I don't censor anybody in the chat unless you're malicious in a really, not acceptable way. And I have very, high reserves as far as what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. But just keep that in mind. I don't want anybody blocking anybody. If there's not something, if it's opinions or something like that, go at it. I don't care. But at the same time, if it gets like really nasty or attacking, then you know what you have to do. Yeah, it looks like everybody's split, just like the rest of the country. Wait a minute! You don't count. You're from Australia. Why are you voting? What? I don't get these outsiders. Why they have they have a thing to say? That makes no sense to me. I would vote Nixon. I would definitely vote Nixon. Hey, but wait a minute, you're from New Zealand. You don't count either. Everybody with their freaking thing. Doom. Now, well, Doom is going to take over 2024 from what it looks like.
Doom 2099.
Some kind of Doom is going to take over since San Diego. You weren't there, were you? You were at San Diego, actually.
When?
This year.
No, I wasn't there this year.
Oh, you weren't?
No. Who that?
Did you miss that?
Not really.
You missed the whole experience. You feel better that you're not doing the big cons. I know you're not going to go to New York this year.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I got a lot going on here, but the only thing I miss is interacting with people. Like that's the fun. That's the best part about any convention. Really, is just people at the convention talking, friends that you haven't seen all year, or people that you've never met but online. All right, I don't want to talk to this guy, bro.
Did he really email you?
He emailed me mainstream media talking points. Like, bro, look, everybody do your own research and make your own decision, bro. That's what I'm gonna say.
Dude, why does everybody have to educate each other?
Like, I'm going to change my opinions because of this guy. Like, come on, man. Like, I got my opinions. Believe me, I've done a fair amount of research. So,
listen, the way I look at it, everybody has the right to have their own opinion in any way they want, and the choices or whatever, as long as it's the same as mine, and then then we're okay. Nope. Oh my God, I can't keep up with the chat. By the way. We got onto Sticky Goose. We said the whole thing. He's having his old bundles in there with Durs while that's happening. And then as soon as I think you caught your breath and kind of got past that, you got that other guy. What the hell is his name? The stuttering guy. I think it's a real stutter that he has, not like the fake one that I do. Imp. No. What the hell is he called? Empty. No. You know who I'm talking about. The guy that talks shit about you the next day.
A stutter?
You know who it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The stuttering guy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't want to be politically correct and not point out a stutter.
I don't know anybody with a stutter, bro.
He's a stutterer. APAD or MPAD.
Oh, okay. Yeah. AKA Pad, man. Shout out to
yeah, you're right. AKA Pad. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't remember amped or tampon or I don't know. Some kind of pad. So he gets into you the next day.
Yeah.
Do you think he was just riding the Sticky Goose train after that? And
that's not the first time he's made videos about me. He's a similar type of creator, but the thing with Sticky is like, at least Sticky's is like well thought out and funny. But this guy was just like, it was kind of like another one of those things where like, bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking out of your ass. You're trying to clout chase to get clicks and links. So I'm like, all right, you know what? How about I respond to him? I don't care. You don't got a lot of views. Let me explain to you why you're wrong and let everybody see for themselves. And that's what we did. And the shit was funny as hell.
And I'm sure that brought him some views after that.
Yeah, but what's views mean? I mean, it got him views, but then the next video got 17 views. So it's like views on one video, it doesn't mean shit, man.
Well, you got to be able to work off of it after that. If that's
right. Well, that was my point. Like, hey, you want attention? Here you go. Let's see what you got, bro.
Well, clearly he got the attention. He's got his 15 minutes of fame on there. I don't really. I've watched the guy in the past, so I don't really have much of an opinion about him. It's just a lot of just attacking stuff. He likes to attack stuff. It's not funny attack. It's just attack.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's true. Right, exactly. There's no humor to it, and it just comes off as desperate. Like I always thought name dropping was really whack, to be honest. Like, yo, I would never do it. But now I'm in this space where I'm like, if you're going to attack me, I might just respond and say, fuck it.
Well, then you finished off that. You made your retaliation video on that. And then you're like, I caught some breath.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you get one of the toughest pit bulls in our community.
Who?
To start chomping at you. You're thorough.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, like him or hate him, he's an aggressive dude when he starts going at things. And he's probably the most aggressive that right now that has gone after you this past week or two, I guess. So like not even 2 week period. And he brings on Manimal, which Manimal, for the people that don't know who that is, it's a person that had gotten his origins originally with Gem Mint in the 2017, 2018 time period.
Yeah, I guess I met him at the end of 2017, and it was beginning of 2018.
Okay, and you guys had like some type of relationship, partnership, and he comes on with Thorough, and basically he says his story quite honestly out of nowhere. And I don't know
why do you think that was?
Was it on the sticky situation? Was it on your comment? I don't know if it was because of your coming out video or if it was writing the let's hit him hard train right now. I'm not sure.
So it was a kill shot attempt.
I'm not sure if I don't know if there was enough ammunition to give a kill shot. Do you feel that there was enough venom in there to take you out?
No, I don't think so. No, not at all.
You know, because all right, I'm not, it's not for me to say who's right, okay? Because you have your way of thinking about it. He's got his own way of thinking about it. You know how they say with everybody, there's with a couple, they say it's his side of the story, it's her side of the story, and something in between. Usually, that's the situation. I kind of look at it like that.
But the problem is he wasn't even part of the story. Anyway.
Well, that's the thing. He came in there and he had a lot of gripes with you.
Right.
Okay. And who am I to say if they're valid or invalid? Only you and he know the truth of that.
Well,
okay. Well, the truth is you two know the truth more than anything.
Me and who?
You and Manimal.
Oh, yeah. Well,
right.
But to your point, everybody has their version of the truth or their side of the story or their perspective, right?
You know, you don't have a camera on you 24/7 showing everything going on. Right. You guys know the truth. Right. So the purpose of that, story about him getting into it with you, I'm not quite sure. Do you feel that he's been building up to this for a while? Have you had any contact with him since that breakup in the past? Or is it just boom, out of nowhere?
No, I mean, I knew it's been there the whole time. It's been brewing, and yeah, I knew it was there.
Do you have any remorse for that situation, the way it ended?
I wish it didn't end the way that it did. I think remorse is a tough word. I don't think that it was just my actions that caused it, but obviously I wish I didn't end that way. Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel at the end of the day you were better off the way it ended?
I think it ended for a reason. I'm a believer in that, but it wasn't my choice to end it, so it's not like I initiated that. So, and if it ended, like, here's an example, like, I didn't want to do the Comic Tom channel anymore, but I felt like there's a way to do it, like, hey, listen, Tom, we've been, working together for 4 years. I'm really in a weird spot right now. I want to do my own thing. We have a conversation. That's it. Leave on good terms. But, that's not what happened, unfortunately.
We'll get into Tom in a second. And I definitely want to talk about that as well. But so it's not really a remorse thing. It kind of became what it became after you left. Do you think he dropped the ball at all as far as when that breakup did happen? Not to really go full bore with his own content and that kind of thing?
I don't know. See, I don't know where I think he was frustrated and didn't want to do it. I think that's what it sounds like to me. I can't really speak for him. That's something that you would have to ask him, but
because that's the one thing that I was left after that interview with Thorough that he had him on. I was just thinking to myself, why didn't he go full bore? Like he had momentum. He had a train behind him,
I kind of thought, that's what I said. I kind of thought, like, if I helped you, start your channel and we both contributed to each other's and kind of continued being friends. But, I guess he was angry with me at the time and didn't want to do it,
And at the same time, like I said, I'm not judging one way or the other.
Right. I don't
really care.
I don't know whatever he was, going through in his own mind, that, I'll never know, I guess.
But for the community that's gossipy, I figured we'd have to talk about it. So
yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough because I don't know.
So
that's just something else that I have never experienced before either. So it's kind of tough.
He was from Queens, a cop. I thought he moved to Virginia. Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about a lot of that. I know exactly. I know Thoro. Oh, and by the way, for all the people that I think that I'm an apologist or a sympathizer to everybody I put on the freaking channel, I'm going to tell you guys this. Jem, how much do we know each other?
Not well.
Not really. We've had some interaction online. I've had you on the show. For people that don't know the history of how I interacted with Jem, I started trolling him on his first streams when he was doing his live streams, especially when he was on Phoebe, just bugging the shit out of them. Phoebe. So that's how I first interacted with him. So anybody that thinks that I'm being softball or anything like that, being straightforward. I'm asking the same questions I would ask anybody else, and don't call me sympathizer. I don't like that.
I've never seen your face before. So, I mean, there's that.
Well, my face is meant to be behind the camera.
You got a face for radio, they say.
I do. Actually, I was a radio host for a while.
I believe you.
You should, because I said so. And we go from there. We got from all the drama that was happening there. And then we go into the story with you and Tom, where you basically, publicly announced that you're leaving the show. Mm-hmm. It was a successful show. You're leaving while it's still successful. It's not like it's like dipping or anything like that.
Well, here's the problem. Whatnot came in and they said that I wasn't performing well, that they needed to replace me with Davis Ryder.
On the show itself, you mean?
Yeah, they were like, Jem's got to be out and you got to replace him with Davis. So Tom kicked me off. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it does make sense.
Yeah, right. Whatnot couldn't give a damn about what content was put out as long as you were bringing in first-time buyers. That's something I heard somebody mention, but Whatnot had nothing to do with who was on the show, what was on the show, none of that shit. But I saw somebody on the show say that. I just thought it was funny.
Well, as far as I know that the Whatnot contracts were, unless you had a situation like Bueller, where you're putting like stickers on a bus and stuff like that.
He had a unique thing, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really touch your content.
Right, hell no. Whatnot was actually the most lax sponsor that I've ever had. Well, I've never had strict sponsors, but sometimes you get sponsors that are like, okay, this needs to be a 45-second ad. You got to say this, this, and that. Whatnot was always like, and keep in mind, just for anybody who doesn't know, you have different contracts with Whatnot. You have a seller's contract and you have an influencer contract. So influencer contracts were for people who had platforms outside of the app to try to bring people in. And so as far as I know, there was only a couple of us that had that, and it was never hidden. I'm pretty sure my audience knew the whole time that, hey, we're being sponsored by Whatnot. But what I was going to say was Whatnot was very lax in the way they wanted to promote. They're like, hey, you don't got to say a spiel or have a pre-recorded thing. Just wear a hat or just put the logo in the bottom thing. Like you don't have to make it feel like an ad. Just make it feel natural. So that was kind of cool in that aspect, that you could kind of just promote it however you wanted to promote it.
Yeah, and it was really a production thing. You're making money for them, they're happy.
Right.
You're being a good ambassador for them, they're being happy about it. That's basically what it comes down to. And there's a lot of people that went in with other thoughts, and the selling thing wasn't for them. They just didn't like it. It wasn't their thing. And quite honestly, I think they're a little bit of the problem. As far as I'm a Whatnot seller myself, but I haven't done things in a very long time. But I think one of the biggest problems that they had was they were pushing out that exclusive product of theirs out there. And a lot of it just didn't make sense why they're pushing it. Like Ninja Funk stuff is the most notorious stuff that they pushed out that people were not thrilled with and that kind of thing. We talked about that the last time you were on here, and I've talked about that with every single person that's come on here that was part of that. And
you talked to JPG.
No, I have not. Maybe that's a good idea to have him on there and get his perspective.
Maybe you should. I think you would love to, because I think if you knew JPG, you might look at the situation a little bit different. This is a guy that wrote a comic with his childhood friend. They were big. They are big sellers on that platform. They pitched to collab on a comic series, and they worked together. And it gets a bad rap for whatever reason, whether it's because it's attached to Whatnot or what have you. But you should probably talk to him.
You know, that's not a horrible idea. I think I should have him on and have a one-on-one with him and like really get into that. Because from what I hear, I don't know the guy personally, but from what I hear, he is adored by everybody that knows him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, it didn't work out as far as that project was concerned, at least that initial jump with that first one. I mean, people made money, head over heels with it. But a lot of those books were being pushed to the moon, and there were like, I don't know how many variants of it, which, you know, it kind of got overhyped to some point. And I don't mind the hyping, to be quite honest with you. That's part of selling and that kind of thing. I throw a lot of the onus on a lot of the buyers. I've said this before, you know, buy at your own risk. Don't be a moron and overpay for things that you think are just being hyped up and that kind of thing. But, you know, that's the name of the game. But the thing is, I feel like they were pushing a product like that way more than what they were pushing, for example, something that could be of some notoriety, like the Wesley Snipes project.
And that was actually already a completed project that they just brought to them. Do you think it was a conflict of interest for them as a platform in that category that sells comics to also produce comics? Or is that not a conflict?
I don't think so.
Well, I wonder what the chat thinks too. I mean, is that a conflict of interest? Because Whatnot is a big thing, and they have departments or categories, right? So then you have comics, that is a small category of Whatnot. But to create like a subsidiary, Whatnot Publishing, and publish comics, to create product that sells in that category. I don't know, I'm just curious what people think.
Well, I'll tell you what I think while we're waiting for the chat to answer. But I think I was one of the few people that I actually was happy that Whatnot got into that game. And I'll tell you why. As a creator myself, as an indie guy, I think that it gave us another platform to possibly get our stuff out on. Mm-hmm. Now, should they push every single thing that they publish to the moon? I'm not sure how much they should push it that way.
Well, here's the other part of that, though. Do you think any book was pushed as much as Ninja Funk?
No.
Because Ninja Funk was really pushed hard by JPG. That's the thing.
No, it was pushed to delirium. By
it
a lot
was pushed because JPG initiated all those variants. He had all those connections. He was the one that really pushed his brand so hard. But how come they didn't push? What's the book with Wesley Snipes called again?
Exiles? No, not Exiled.
Exiled. Yeah, they didn't push Exiled or Alpha Betas that hard, right? So that was really JPG putting a lot behind his brand that he created.
Yeah, but I also saw that a lot of sellers backed that as far as like supporting it and pushing it. Listen, when you tell me this is going to be the new thing and blah, 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 bullshit, whatever the case is, I'm not going to argue the matter of how it was hyped or not. The thing that I'm going to argue the most on that project is they found that project to be their prime target as far as what they wanted to like make the face of their new company running behind. And that didn't make any sense. Exiled should have been that book. You got a name like Wesley Snipes behind it. That's some notoriety. You bring outside people. You bring.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Wesley Snipes camp or whoever was creating that book with Whatnot. I don't think they were pushing it as. I know they weren't pushing it as hard as JPG was pushing his Ninja Funk book.
And I think that's where Whatnot drops the ball. I don't think they have a promoting person for the comic portion of it. I don't know if they have any portion of it.
Well, I think it changed hands too. I think it went to Massive, and I don't even know where it's at right now.
Heavy Metal. It was at one point, but it feels discombobulated as far as where their intentions of how they want to go at doing that. Now they put in a whole bunch of guys, such as yourself in the beginning, to try to get notoriety. They brought in notable YouTube creators. Do you think that they depended too much on you guys bringing over all your people?
I thought their
YouTube?
initial strategy was brilliant, bro. They spent money with people that were in the community, and it was like an organic thing. Like, we went on there to sell, we promoted it on the channel, and our people came through, and we had fun on there, man. We did a lot of giveaways, we did a lot of shit on there. But I thought it was genius. I thought it was more beneficial for them to do that than to just run Facebook ads or something like that.
So tell me how they sold you. What was their sales pitch to you?
Let me think. How do I think of that? Well, I think they might have stepped to me first, and I didn't really get it, to be honest. I was like, I'm not really a seller. I don't really understand what this is. So I did a box break on there. It was my first thing on there. And I was like, wow, this is actually really efficient. Like, the way that the bids work, the payment system, the shipping system is really efficient. But then I was like, yeah, again, I sell my own stuff. I'm not a seller or a retailer. So I kind of just left it alone. But then they started talking with Tom, and Tom explained it to me more. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is something that we could do. And then I hit them back up. I'm like, yo, all right, give me a shot. So we'll promote it on there. I'll go on there once a week. I'll do an hour show. And it was actually easy with that Whatnot Wednesday, because it was like, all right, we're just going to all go live at the same day, back to back. We'll all help each other out. There was no raids at the time. So it was like, we'll just go right at one after the other. And I was like, okay, I need to fill an hour. It's like 35 things. We could figure it out. So bottom line, first I didn't get it. And then Tom explained it to me, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, exactly.
So who crossed over first? You went over, or did Tom go over? I don't remember
the
exact.
Over at the same time, actually.
Right around the same time?
Yeah.
And that was around the same time Nerdy Girl went over.
Well, again, only me and Tom, and I think Very Gary had sponsorships where we were promoting. We were getting paid. I hate to speak for Very Gary, getting paid to promote it on the channel. Now, I don't know what Nerdy Girl had going on. I can't speak for her, but they had influencer contracts and seller contracts. So I don't even know what entails a seller contract. But the influencer contract is essentially a sponsorship. Like, you get paid X amount a month, promote it, but we want you to be on there because we want you to be a user as well. We want you to understand how it works. We don't want you to just talk about it. We want you to also be hands-on.
Do you feel satisfied with the kind of money you were able to generate, not only from the sponsorship, but from the actual selling experience and whatnot? Yeah, you don't need to give me numbers, just if you're satisfied or not.
No, it was, yeah. I think it was definitely, yeah. I mean, I guess I could say that. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So, like, it's something you don't regret doing when initially came down. It's something that petered off later on. Like, in the beginning, you went in like gangbusters. I know that you were doing well on the sales and that kind of thing. Is something that you lost interest in, it started to peter out after, or what was it exactly that changed that dynamic with you and whatnot?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to really put a finger on that.
No arguments, no like politics.
No, hell no. Yo, I had little to no contact with them, to be honest. I probably would have rather had more contact, but I didn't really have that much contact with them, to be honest. But
sounds the same way with a lot of people, actually. Like a lot of the people I spoke to, people that have had contracts with them, very little contact. It just doesn't make sense. Did they pay well? In other words, did they pay on time, or did they delay? Did you have problems like that with them?
It's not really important. At the end of the day,
that's all the answer I need. That means they were late on their payments. You don't have to tell me. I got it.
Bronze Age Nerds question. Hold on, what was he said? What did he say again? He said, "Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, you had to be exclusive to them, but I didn't care anyway because I wasn't selling anyway. I wasn't on eBay like that. I wasn't selling anywhere else. I was selling on YouTube, but I was like, no, we'll just bring it over to Whatnot. We were already doing auctions on YouTube. Very Gary had the biggest YouTube comic book auction, and we were all doing stuff together. So we just brought it from there to Whatnot.
Kind of streamlined it for you. right? Didn't the Whatnot experience streamline the selling experience for you? Not
Oh,
having
yeah,
to
no.
pay for your money
I
and that
thought
kind
you
of
were
thing.
asking me what this person was saying. Yeah, basically what we were doing on YouTube, and anybody who's been part of a YouTube auction, it's a tedious process. You have to have your own timer. There's a delay. If somebody wins a book, they have to email you so you can send them an invoice. Sometimes they don't email you, and then the books, you wasted time. So it streamlined all that. That's why the app was great, man. The app, what it is able to do is so much more efficient than what we were doing before. No, there's no question.
We are live always. So, all right. So it's not complicated. Basically, what happened? It just didn't work out. It kind of petered out. It wasn't as strong as it was in the beginning.
That's
so they didn't renew the
you know
contract.
what? That's the best way to say it. It petered out because me not being a seller, it wasn't really my gig. Like I always had to find things to to bring to the show, and you want to have a good show. You want it to be interesting and fun, and at the same time, you want to bring they want you to bring in first time buyers, and me neglecting the channel for whatever reason, that wasn't happening. So I knew they weren't going to renew it, but it was never a conversation. It was never like, Jem, you're not doing good. Jem, it's about to be over. But I knew just based on my performance that I wouldn't renew with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm not bringing the new people in. So,
So you saw that happening.
Huh?
You saw the writing on the wall.
I saw the writing on the wall. That this was like at the end of last year. And that's when I started saying, fuck, you know what, man? I got myself in this house. And I think I was really upset, that I made this big plan and then I enacted it. And, I was so used to kind of like moving and progressing in life. And I was like, damn, man, this didn't really work. You know what I mean? This didn't work like how you thought it was going to work. And I think that affected me doing content, which in turn affected me performing well on Whatnot, which prevented them from renewing a contract. However, they didn't really renew anybody's contract. And some people might have things here and there, but they're very different than what they were. So they really did change the way that they handled the influencer contract, which I hate to use that word, but that's what they called it. That's how I first heard about that shit.
Speaking of another individual that had a contract that ended up petering out. I think that's going to be. I think we're going to bring petering back as a word. Add that to the lexicon, people. Yeah.
And it's tough to see what happened with Bueller. And Bueller had a unique situation though. Like he had more of like almost like an advertisement thing going on with the whole van thing and all that. But
he was a driving billboard for them.
Driving billboard, yeah.
That's basically it. By the way, on Censorship, just like your question and everybody else's question that I do catch that are not noted, I am starring, and we're gonna ask them towards the end of the stream. That way, we just keep things going and not miss anything.
I know Bronze A's Nerd had a question about Jack. I don't know if you started that or not.
About Bolo?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me go back
get
to
into Bolo's ass. Pause. No, I'm joking. No, I never had a bad experience with Bolo. I never had a bad experience with him. I know that he was I know that he had a lot of people hitting him up, man. So I didn't expect to be the center of his world, even though I'm the center of my own. So I understood that he had a lot going on. So I never had anything bad with him.
I've heard a lot of awful things about Bolo.
Really? I've heard that people don't like him, but I didn't really hear anything specific.
No, I've heard a lot of awful things about him as far as his business habits and that kind of thing, and making promises that he forgot about or just ignored and that kind of stuff. I've heard that.
See that, but see, and maybe at the time I might have been frustrated. Hey, this guy didn't get back to me in a timely manner. But again, just because I'm the most important thing to me, it doesn't mean I'm the most important thing to him. He got other shit he's got to worry about, So I kind of get it, man. Sure, in a perfect world, everybody would do everything they say and be able to make promises and do everything, but who knows what happened? Who knows? Maybe he pitched it in the meeting, and they're like, "Nah, we're not going to do that." Now he's like, "Fuck!" Now I got to deal with this guy that I told him I would do it. I don't know, man. But I never really had a personal beef with him. I met him a handful of times. It was always been cordial, so I don't really got nothing bad to say about him.
I met the guy twice. I've had probably 20, 25 minutes of interaction with him. He has not spoken to me in a way where it made me feel any kind of problems. That's actually, it was a time period where I actually just became a seller of the Whatnot. I didn't have any followers, nothing, or whatever the case is. I met him at the cons. I discussed it. I asked him a few questions because I want to pick his brain. I'm like, all right, I found the guy. Let me get him. He was personable to talk to me. He handed me a chunk of books. He said, "Hey, here's some books to get you started."
So to that point, and to Bronze Age Nerd, I appreciate, you're welcome for answering, I guess I should say. But yeah, when he was able to look out for me, he would look out for me. Like, if he knew I was going to be at the convention, like, they wouldn't fly me there. They wouldn't put me in a hotel. But if I made my way to a convention and I was going to be streaming at the con floor, he would try to make sure that I had stuff for the show. So I appreciated everything that he was able to do for me.
All right. So it's a mixed bag. I guess it depends on which side of the coin you drop on, as far
depends
as
on what experience you had. Maybe somebody had a bad experience. I don't know what Bueller's experience was with him. I could just only speak for myself,
I don't think I ever did a deep dive with Bueller on.
See what he said. Like, I could understand that. I think that, for the most part, he had good communication, but sometimes who the hell knows what he had going on and whatever. Or maybe it's one of those things where you asked him something and it was something that maybe he couldn't do and maybe he didn't want to say no, or I don't know, but I get it though. I wasn't the center of his world, and who the hell knows what he had going on his end.
I did speak to Bueller in depth on his whatnot experience in general, but Bolo wasn't the number one priority of what we're discussing. But hey, maybe I'll bring Bolo on one day if he'll ever show up here, and who knows? He would never do that. He knows better. He would be very, very cautious around us because we have a lot of savages here on there. Sorry, Thorough, if you're watching. I used your word, savages. I have savages too, but they're not Savage Army.
Savages, dirty, rotten humans.
There you go.
Where's that from?
I don't know.
Chat, where's it from? In the final comments on video with Jem, Tom said that Jem quit the Hot 10. Correct.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
We said that.
Correct.
Thanks for keeping up, figure. All right. So you're basically in that scenario with whatnot. Now you're like, fuck. I lost some.
Let me tell you about whatnot. So whatnot, right? They didn't renew the contract, which I completely understood. I think I might have had some personal shit going on because I let the channel die down. I let the whatnot stream die down. I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't hungry. And who knows, man? Maybe it was just a whole snowball effect of things, So when that happened,
you got fat and happy? One of those situations where, like, no pun intended, but I'm saying you got fat and happy with like the situation, like making good.
Yeah, I think maybe there was some of that led to me getting lazy. I think that's what happened. I think I got lazy, and then, that's probably the root cause of it, right? And then I stopped doing the content, and then what I would put out wasn't doing well, and anyway, so then when I knew they weren't going to renew, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to come up with a plan B now, right? What the fuck am I going to do? So I came up with a plan, and I'm like, you know what? I came to terms with this. Just didn't work out, bro. Like, we tried to move here, thought it would be a helpful thing for the channel. I thought it would be like you're watching this creator that you've watched for several years. Now we're expanding. We're moving into a bigger space. We're doing everything custom. And it just didn't work out like that, man. And then with the whole whatnot thing, left a bad taste in a lot of my audience's mouth. They felt like it was too much of a salesman-y thing. That's why one other thing that came up is he going to leave whatnot to go to eBay Live? Nah, man. My audience doesn't like the live sales thing, and I'm rocking with them. Like, you know what? I don't want to be a salesman either. Let's just do content. Let's just review stories, collectibles, and statues, and do live shows and chat with each other and have a good time. Like, we don't need to do that. And I don't need this space. Obviously, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So let's, put it up for sale. We're going to need to sell some things to be able to make it through to the end of that sale. And during that time, Whatnot reached back out to me for July. They said, hey, a different person. They had a different person working in the department, but she knew that I worked with them before. Obviously, I had an account there. I still built up a pretty decent Whatnot account, though. Like, I had 17,000 followers, sold 10,000 items. So, like, I had a pretty decent Whatnot account. So I said, you know what? I might as well do it. Like, we could use the bread. We're trying to move out of here anyway. And I'm doing it. And during that time is when this whole thing happens, like at the end of July, right? So so I don't. They might have offered me for August as well. I don't know. You know, I mean, I was doing pretty well in July, but I spoke to the person there, Ayami. She was super cool, very helpful. She was very hands-on. She knew that there were with the last situation that I didn't really know where I stood. Am I doing okay? Am I doing good? Am I bringing enough people in? So she was more hands-on with that, and she was super cool with my decision. She's like, hey, listen, I get it. If it's not for you, if your audience isn't rocking with it, we'll finish out July and then that's it. We're cool, So
did you feel you needed to reach out to them for all these kind of questions and these kind of talks, or did they reach out to you on their own ever?
Now, a couple times we had meetings and stuff, a couple times, but not often. I kind of looked at it like
a couple times in a 3-year period.
I kind of looked at it like, if I'm not hearing anything, no news is good news, but it probably it probably would have been better off to know if I was. I guess I knew I wasn't pulling my weight on there anyway, though, to be honest.
All right, so like if you had to do it all again, you'd probably be asking a lot more questions and poking a little bit more to get some help from them, probably, right?
But at the end of the day, it's on you. So what not? They're
that's what I mean, on you. Like you're the one telling me, listen, this is what I'm doing. Tell me what I could do to make myself better, right? It's their position as a platform. The same way if you're on eBay.
They're looking at it like, yo, we're spending money on you. You need to be figuring this shit out. You know what I mean? It's not their job to help you be, to bring in people. That's what they're paying you for. Otherwise, they'll just pay someone else or some advertisement agency. So I don't blame them, man. That's why I always said in the videos, I don't talk bad about them. I don't blame them for what I did. I take accountability for myself. Okay. I think I got lazy. I think I got complacent, and I let it fizzle out. Or what's the word we said? Peter off.
Peter.
I let it peter. I let the channel peter. I let the whatnot thing peter, and then right around this time, I'm putting up the house for sale. I'm excited to sell the house. Like, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to downsize and have such a lower overhead where I could breathe and do whatever I want again. And it's coming, man. Once we sell this house, I'm so looking forward to that shit. I'm looking forward to building a new space that feels more cozy, more comfortable. I want to do posters all over the wall. Like, I'm literally excited for that. But when the house wasn't selling, well, I wanted to make that video once the house sold. I'm the type, like, I don't like to kind of talk about something that hasn't happened yet to jinx it. But when the house wasn't selling, I just felt compelled. Like, I had to get it off my chest to everybody. Like, I no longer did the live streams, like you mentioned. I felt like doing live streams, like I was hiding stuff from people. Like, I'm going through these problems. I don't really want to talk about it. I would rather wait till it's said and done, so then we can speak on it and have the similar convos we're having now, But
so let's talk about that initial video where you actually said talk about selling the house. Do you feel that was the best thing for you to put out there? It's a personal matter,
bro. I immediately felt better, and seeing the reaction was even. I was so, man. I don't even know the word to use, but I was so grateful to see the reaction, the people that returned, the people that came back, the people that gave me like another shot. Like, damn, Jam, I've been through something similar. I'm going through something like that now. I did that back in 2010. I got a big raise, bought a big house, and then I got laid off. Like, so many people could what's the word I'm looking at? Resonate? Is that the word with it? Resonate. So many people could relate to it. And a lot of people, felt that I was being honest and sincere, and I was. And it was never done with the intention to make people feel bad for me. Like, I even say in the video, like, I expected worse. I expected so much worse.
So it wasn't meant to be a sympathy video.
Hell nah, man. Because I always looked at it like I don't deserve sympathy. Right now, I kind of turned my YouTube audience away from me. I got these people taking shots at me. I haven't responded because I don't know. I wish I would have responded to everything back when shit was going down. But I didn't feel like I deserved it. And I definitely didn't think I was going to get it on the internet complaining. They kind of seen me bawling out or whatever you want to call it. So I kind of felt like I'm just going to put it out there anyway. I got to put it out there. It was never like this is going to reboot the channel. I had no idea of knowing that. I just did it because I felt like I needed to do it. I guess that's what it felt like. I just felt compelled to make it, not knowing what the consequences were going to be. I didn't know what the reaction was going to be. And it just happened to be crazy positive. It's like the least thing I expected, to be honest.
So it's more positive than negative. So you haven't gotten people
99.99999% positive. The
so
stuff that you
trying
see,
to kick you down
bro,
while you're not.
Go through the comments on that video. I can't tell you how many people called me, texted me I haven't spoken to in years, Messenger, DMs, and just look at the comments, bro. It's overwhelming support that I never expected, but I'm super appreciative for it. And it really put a battery in my back. It made me say, man, fuck that. We're doing the Monday through Friday live show. I've had this idea all year. All year, I'm racking my brain, bro. Like, I'm not doing daily videos. Statues aren't coming in. Omnis aren't coming in. Like, bro, you don't work. Just go live every single day. Just make it a job. Make it a morning show. Make it the same time every day. Do it Monday through Friday. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna let everybody know what's going on. Put it all on the table. We're gonna go live every day. We're gonna create content that people want to watch. We're not gonna put shit
like you're
out.
Enjoying that too.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. Even though there's negativity that's coming with it, a lot of it is nice to get off the chest. The Manimal thing, you know, I would have never mentioned it if he didn't mention it, but I think maybe it was good for both of us to kind of get it out there. You know, like no matter what he says, man, I still don't feel like anger or hatred toward that guy, man. Like,
do you feel that accomplished anything?
Huh?
Yeah, do you feel that accomplished anything? Him putting it out there and then you making your response video.
Maybe
at the end of the day, did it accomplish anything, or it just everybody's going to have their opinions regardless?
There was a lot of closure for a lot of people that watch me or have watched us in the past. I think there was a lot of closure for them. Maybe for him, maybe for me. Maybe it ain't over. But right now, I feel good about it. I'm like, okay, he said what he had to say. I said what I had to say. You know, he might still say more things. I might not respond. I probably will just leave it as is. I kind of said what I had to say about it all, you know? So I feel closure. I feel excited about making content. I put out a statue video today. I had the most fun. This is probably the most fun I had in any statue unboxing I've ever done, bro. I was making jokes. I was singing. I was hitting notes. I usually don't hit notes. It's hitting notes. And I put it out old school gem style. There was like no edits. But I'm polished, man. Like I went from like unboxing to review like seamlessly, bro. I'm super proud of the video I put out today because it feels genuine.
That was the Hulk video, right?
And the Hulk video, man, it feels fun. It feels like, you know, the other statue reviews I've been doing feel cold, man. They feel like this is what the company would have put out. And nobody came here for that. They came here to watch just some regular dude unbox it. And you know what? You know what it missed? It missed the unboxing experience. It was just some cold voiceover bullshit.
Super well polished video. It
was so super professional and polished, but for what? Nobody asked for that. So this video that I put out today is like you're sharing this experience with everybody. Now they know what it's like to unbox this thing and to smell it and to see you put it together rather than just see your hands do it. Like, I don't know, it just feels so much more authentic. I see what people are saying on what I lost by looking at the video I put out today.
Watch what you say about the hands.
Oh yeah,
the hands are
nobody
important.
wants to see just hands coming along.
No. Everybody wants to see the hands. It's all about the hands. Yeah. It's about the hands. All right. So you kind of feeling like yourself again.
Yeah.
Do you feel like knowing what you know, regardless of the way things turned out, would you have still made the move of going and buying the house?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say no, man.
You might have regretted it if you didn't do it.
I would have always wondered. I would have always been kicking myself, man. I think I had to learn this. I think I had to go through this, man.
And what about with your old work? Because you had a good job back in the days.
Yeah, no, I talked to them. They love me, man. They wanted to get me back. In my department where I was at, they're currently not hiring there, so they can't just bring just some dude off the street. But I spoke with them. My former boss, she's like the big boss now. Like I talked to her. I showed her the house. Like when I worked for them last, I was driving a 3-hour commute. And then from doing that for a year and a half, working under her, then I moved to El Paso from South Florida, and I worked there for 5 years. She was like, Steven, you're the most dedicated employee we've ever had. We would love to have you back. In my state, I can work there. Like I could work from home remote, but they were waiting on them to have a hiring class, basically. So I might still do that. If I got that call today, I would do that. I would go back, talk with people from Florida all day. Hell yeah, man.
Okay, so you're looking to go back possibly. I mean, I'm sure you got a lot of benefits out of that help you a lot as far as comparison to independent contractor.
Insurance is a scam. Any insurance program is a scam.
Well,
where's figure drawn? This is a part of my QAnon that he says I.
Well, if you don't have health insurance though, it's
so you have health insurance, so you could pay $1,000 a month just in case something happens. But when something happens, you still got to pay a $5,000 deductible. What the fuck are you paying all year for?
Well, you clearly don't have medical bills here in New York, because I'll tell you
that is true. That is true. No, I understand.
That $5,000 is a drop in a dime, a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. I just look at it like this: if you're paying into health insurance every month, if you don't have health insurance and something happens, just pay it instead of paying them every month. You know what I'm saying?
It's just save it. I get you.
Just save it. Pay when something happens. Yeah.
Yeah, but knock on wood, you got something really fucked up that happens.
Yeah, that's the case, I guess. Yeah.
Same thing as I tell people with
See, look, I hate that, man. Look, I hate that figure drawing doesn't like me now because of the political shit, man. Because I feel like we would get along, but that's what I hate about politics, man. Because it divides.
I instigate him. That's all right. I fight with him all the time.
It sounds like me and him disagree on everything, but maybe comics. Maybe we have some common ground somewhere with comics.
Listen, everybody's about the politics, whatever the case is. Number one thing I look at, what affects my pocket the most?
Right. That's how I look at it.
Simple as that.
No, but with that job, you have to have it. That's how that works. You can't opt out. You have to.
So if you like right now, you did it. You did what a lot of these YouTubers that are watching right now, that are watching the future, that are across our community, across the YouTube world,
right,
are dying to do.
You did it full time. You quit your job and lived the dream. I did it.
You lived the dream. Does it live up to the hype?
No, the grass ain't always greener. And I'm a guy, I worked at that company for 15 years. Like, I was a dude on routine. Like, go to work every day at the same time. I wasn't a dude that was late or called out or this and that and the third. So I'm the kind of guy where it's like weird to not have to necessarily do anything every day. And I think that's kind of where I also fell into this kind of like laziness kind of thing, But that's what I love about the morning shows that we're doing, because now it's like 10 a.m. every day we're doing the show. I feel like I have a job again. Like every day we're waking up, we're doing the same thing. And combined with everything else, with this like new kind of like revelation of, taking it back to what it used to be, it's all kind of like coming together in this weird way, man.
So during this time period that you were living the dream, like we're saying, were you partying like a rock star?
No, I mean, I was smoking weed every now and then, but not partying like a rock star.
You weren't going out all night?
Hell, no, I'm a homebody.
Fifi's not watching.
Home chilling.
Wait, hold on. Fifi's not watching. She never watched my channel.
She just left, but yeah.
All right, good. I'll ask you now. No orgies, no like crazy Comic-Con, furry events, nothing like that?
Hell no. I'm 40 years old, man.
Well, you're never too old for that. But you didn't hear me. Okay, so I did customer service for the power company. So I would and I ended up, I was in management too. Like at one point I had a team under me. So the image everybody portrays, because you got a lot of the others that are part of the same kind of circuit, maybe not as many subscribers as you are, but they tend to show the life is a little different when you're at a certain point.
You know what? But yeah, I know where you're going. I don't think that's intentional to like, we're only going to show you the good things. I don't think that's an intentional thing. I think most people on Instagram, for example, they show off cool shit. They show off things they get. They don't necessarily show off when something bad happens. And I think that's what a lot of people said about the video I made about, what's going on with the house. Like, people don't really show that a lot on social media. But it's not like I intentionally only wanted to show good things. I just showed things that I liked and that was going on at the time. But I guess it was refreshing to see somebody share something that that wasn't all bright and everything is all roses or what have you. I know. I don't want to go to none of your damn Diddy parties, CJ.
Don't worry about my Diddy parties.
I heard about you, man.
No, I'm just saying, like people make these like different type of appearances and these posts and these videos, kind of portraying a different image of what's happening. Listen, I've been to a lot of the big cons. I've associated with a lot of the people that are in these videos. And, you know, people are having a good time, but it's not like, you know, Van Halen good time. It's different. It's different. And I was just curious of if you because you seem like more of a homebody, and
Yeah.
you've always put that out there for yourself. And you know, even in the video with the Manimal, he was saying that you're more of a homebody kind of thing, and it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It
Like
makes
usually,
sense.
I'm usually at the conventions with Fee. We're usually in bed pretty early. Every time I was at a convention, it was never like a leisurely thing. It was always like a work type of thing. So it was never like we don't go to clubs or anything like that. Thank you.
So now you're back into the restructuring. You're thinking of where you're going to generate other income, possibly getting your job back, possibly doing something else in order to supplement and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future for the channel right now? I mean, you're doing the 5 days.
I'm sorry?
You're doing the 5 day mornings.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a thing, or is it going to be
That's
something
going to be
that's
a thing,
temporary?
man. I think no matter what, you know, I would like to I would like to at least do it for the entire month of August, you know. But the people really seem to like it. I would just love to continue to do it. My plan is to do that, continue to make content as it comes in. Like today, we were able to do a statue unboxing. You know, we're still going to do the omnibus stuff a lot. And I knew this was going to happen. A lot of the stuff that happens on the live streams is kind of like homework for me and Fee. That's more content later. Like I think we're going to do a Fantastic Four read through, starting with volume 1, reading through the omnis, through the original issues and everything. So then that's going to end up being content. And I'm a big gamer, man. I'm a big platinum trophy hunter on PlayStation. So I really want to start incorporating something with that, because that's what I'm into, and that's what my channel has always been about, just like shit that I am into. So I want to incorporate maybe like live stream gaming, and then also editing that out to like a platinum chasing video.
Do you have a Twitch?
I do. I used to Twitch in 2021, but I don't think I'm going to do that, man. It's very hard to grow other platforms and other places. I would rather just stay all on one place, and that people that share that interest can come in, and then maybe we'll bring in new people at the same time.
Yeah, that is true, but I know that Twitch is game central as far as people that are really into the game.
I've been there, but it's hard to grow a new thing like that. Even if you have like a presence on another platform, it's very hard to like to
you feel that would cause any conflict on your channel if you are incorporating all these things?
I don't think so. I think like Benny Comic Storian told me, he said, Jem, your channel is about you. Your channel is not about a certain one thing or the other. It's about what you collect. It's about the energy that you bring. And that's how I feel. If I'm passionate about playing these games, I'm sure there's going to be other like-minded people out there that are into that as well.
How well did you know Benny?
I mean, not as well as his close friends, but we've had a number of interactions. I always see, you know, we used to private message on Twitter. He did a number of live shows with us. I met him in person a couple of times. But we never really hung out outside, like had dinner or anything like that. But we had a couple of good conversations. We knew who each other were, and you know, and
it's a damn shame, right? I mean, when I think that struck everybody like lightning when he passed away.
Yeah,
we had a few of them this year. You know, we had quite a few of them this year. I mean, I
know Tebow. Even though, like I said, you know, I said it in the post and the video that I made, we weren't close when he passed away, but it's somebody that I was friends with and somebody that I did collaborate with and had many interactions with, and it's shocking, man. It's shocking anytime you hear that somebody that you knew passed, you know,
especially when they're that young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know.
You never want to see anybody we're
supposed to be 80, 90 years old, man. You know, it's like to see these guys go at these, you know, 40 and 50. It's, you know,
it gives you a little bit of a reality check as far as, you know, you're here today, you're gone tomorrow.
There was another guy, man, Heroes collector Lou from Lou and Vic. They were both statue reviewers before me. They were the OGs. Vic passed away first. I didn't know him, but Lou I knew, and I would go on his stream, Immortalized in Stone, which was like kind of what Tebow was doing, but for the statue world. Tebow actually put me onto them. He said, man, you like statues, Jem? You should go on this Immortalized in Stone. They have just 10 guys for 8 hours talking about statues all night. And I would do that show with Lou. He passed away while I was at San Diego Comic-Con 2018. It was super sad. And we even did like a farewell stream to him when we were there from the hotel. And Manimal was there when I did that stream with Lou, actually. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them, but take your word. Is their content still up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Hero Collector Lou is the channel. And this was before I started my channel, and then when I was brand new. So it was a different era back then.
I mean, it was a lot simpler back then, as far as if you go back 10 years on YouTube and on any platform, unless you're doing the I'm falling down and laughing at you videos. Or everything else videos. Was like very open and very basic, very simple. It was
definitely more of a hobbyist thing. It wasn't as big as it got, for sure.
Yeah, because back then it was the gag videos, the prank videos, I fell down and because I'm fat and I rolled down the hill videos that were getting the views. Everything else was like very niche, very niche. Sure. So, all right. So you're in that state. You're in the rebuilding thing. When you left with Tom, I know that you guys are still friends. You still interact well. Yeah. Is there a possibility of you doing like
today? Oh, I'm sorry. I cut people off. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes, you do. You're very rude.
I know.
Okay. Is there any chance of you doing a one shot with him, or like specials, or getting together every so often throughout the year in order to put something out there? Have you discussed that?
Yeah, we have. We discussed it today.
Is that was that your conversation about that you had today?
Part of it. We also talked about this guy Comic Journey. He's a real piece of work. No, but I talked to Tom.
Don't
today.
Believe anything Tom says about me. All right.
Tom's cool, man. I talked to him today. He popped up in our live stream this morning. We talked about something. It's not the hot 10. It's just something. We talked about something. I'll keep it under wraps for to let him explain if he wants to. But
all right. Is there anything special that you're going to be doing on your channel that's different from the kind of content that you've been doing, or the morning streams? Like do you see something innovative? Something like, I know you're going to do the gaming, but it's gaming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm dying to see something different.
Yeah.
Not only from you, from anybody.
Yeah.
It's all about the look at me. You want to see.
That's what Sticky Goose brings, right?
He brings something. I don't know what he brings, but he brings something. He brings reaction. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Yeah, but he also makes you think about your own actions, right? And reflect on that and really look at yourself in the mirror. So it's good. It's needed, man. It's needed. Maybe he was mean to other people.
Well, he was to some people.
It's only okay to talk about politics if it's politics other people agree with.
As long as it's my politics, that was fine.
Right. As long as it's figure drawing. If you agree with figure drawing, then it's okay.
That's right.
Anyway. But now, we talked backstage that something like that might happen. Actually, with the morning show, you never know who might pop up as a guest, and it's not going to be a promoted thing. It's just going to be a casual thing. You might see somebody that you might see a few people here and there. So I really want that morning show to be almost like a radio show where it just might be somebody else on there with me and Fee that you never expected. So
it seems like it's going that way because you definitely have that podcast / radio type of format going on over there. But it takes a lot of discipline. It's a pain in the ass. If you're routine, you got to do it every single Monday through Friday.
I needed that, bro. I needed that back in my life. I needed some routine. I needed positivity. I needed people, like-minded people in the chat talking about shit that we love, man. It's actually been really, I look forward to it. So we did it for one full week last week, and we didn't do it on the weekend, obviously. It felt weird. I'm like, damn, man, I can't wait for Monday to go back on this live. I can't wait for tomorrow morning. I'm excited. I'm trying to lock down this guest, man, which will be a cool surprise. And he's super fucking cool. We are so in common. It's gonna be good, man.
Wait a minute, is he cooler than me?
Nobody's cooler than you, man.
All right, that's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
All right. So
what do I think about the statue prices? It sucks. It fucking sucks, man. That's what I think about the statue prices. Somebody asked me.
Oh, I don't like. You know what I don't like as much as the statue prices. I don't like the shipping for the statues on top of it,
or the tax now as well. I mean, you can never win.
That's a pain in the ass hobby.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of room. You have it's a pain in the ass. I don't know how you do it. I have no intention.
I can't do it anymore. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Nah.
yeah. We
Yeah,
know
it's,
your situation.
I'm
No
sorry,
more
I keep cutting you.
statues. No more statues for John.
Yeah.
Should we do a gem statue collection for you and send like statue parts so you could build your own statues?
Yeah.
You ever have any thoughts of doing something like that? Like building those model sets, like those model statues and those kind of things that you painted and do all that yourself?
Like this?
Kind of.
I checked this out. This is not for me, man. This
Too
is
much
kind of like, this is a
work?
tabletop game.
Yeah, I saw that. What the hell's with the tabletop games? All I know is Monopoly. They still make tabletop games?
I fuck with Monopoly heavy. I like chess. I play chess too.
Chess is good.
Somebody sent me this to see if it's something I could get into, and I'm not gonna have the patience for this to build this and paint it and all that. I can't do it.
Let me ask you, you got your P.O. box inside your description.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Why?
You're not afraid of people sending you anthrax or, I don't know, spam? People send me spam.
So far, we've been okay.
All right, well, wait till you get your first can of spam. You'll see how much you like it. You're not going to like it. I promise you. I get that a lot.
Spam never goes bad, though. I mean, that would be a nice, end of the world scenario ration to store in the pantry.
Spam is only nice if it's warranted spam. If it's unsolicited, you don't want it. You don't want unsolicited spam to be sent to you randomly by strangers with no addresses.
Random spam.
Weird. Random spam just comes into your box and you don't know what the hell is going on. Believe me, you don't like that. So you're going to do stuff with Tom in the future. It sounds like you're going to be really amping it up on your channel. You might go back to work. You think that's going to affect you with the morning show if you go back to work?
Yeah, that's the only thing. It might, we might have to pivot if that happens, but I might not have to do that, to be honest. I mean, we really just need to kind of keep it moving until the house sells. Like, a couple people make it seem like he's losing his house. It's nothing like that. It's just that, we need to move because we can't keep going this way forever. So we have zero debt. We have equity in the house. It's not like a dire, like, woe is me, I'm losing my house thing. It's just that we need to move because it's too much. And once we downsize, we'll be super comfortable. So it's not like dire straits like that. I have a lot of, opportunities that a lot of people have reached out. So I think we'll be all right. I think we'll just make it till the house sells, and then.
You kind of said it before, though, that it's basically to make you breathe easier. The expenses,
even at this point, even if I was making more than enough and hey, we could swing it. I mean, Fee would love to stay here. I love the house too. Don't get me wrong. But even if we were doing well enough where it was like, okay, we're cool, I still would sell the house because it's just not, we don't need it. And I would rather have that breathing room, like you said, to do
you regret making that basement?
No, I mean, I'm super proud of it, man. I had a
vision. I'm saying it's for the resale value of the house.
Oh, I mean, well, the basement, you got to understand, it's not like that crazy custom. The built-in shelves, when you see the wall of the shelves, that's the actual wall. So, I mean, all you got to do is take down the shelving, and then with the epoxy floor, it's literally just a coat. You could put flooring right over it, like a laminate or something like that. It could be easily fixed. And and in this room, too, it's just carpet and paint. It's not like that crazy.
And the rest of this house looks like it's moving condition. So basically, if somebody need to do something with the house, it's basically the basement because it's customized.
It's just cosmetics. It's like when I bought the house, I didn't care what the basement was looking like because I already knew I'm going to change this whole shit up. So to me, if you're the type of person that's buying this house, you probably have a little bit of capital to make some changes if needed,
True. Very true. So where are you moving? You're not staying in the same area, are you?
We were considering it. I mean, we don't really have anywhere we want to go. We don't want to go back to Florida. It's too fucking hot down there, man. The humidity is crazy. And we don't have any. Why move to another state and be not in an unfamiliar area? We like Indy. We like the cost of living, and we know the area now, so we'll probably just stay local. Why make the move hard?
And your daughter wants to stay in the area. Yeah, I heard you mention that. So what's going on with her? Is she completely abandoned the art?
Yeah, her interests have changed, kind of like my interests at her age. You know, she's interested in other things right now.
But she was talented. It would have been nice to see her continue with the artwork.
Yeah, but I don't think comics were really her passion. So, you know, whatever she chooses to do, I would support her.
Art's not only comics. There's a lot of stuff she could go into.
Oh, yeah, I know. Of course, yeah. I mean, whatever she wants to do, I would do everything in my power to help her and support her. Right now, she's learning and living life for the first time, man. She's out. She's got, you know, a job and friends and stuff. She'll be 20 years old next month. So, like, another thing, like, you know, people try to make it seem like I have young kids or something. My daughter's gonna be 20 next month, bro. Like,
well, you're not as young as you look.
Well, people try to make it seem like I quit my job and I have young kids I can't take care of or something like that. Like, I'm always gonna take care of them. First of all, I would take care of them for life. Like, they could live with me forever. I'm always gonna make sure that they're straight. But
you're over 50, aren't you?
I'm 40, bro.
No, you're not. You're 40?
40.
I thought you said that you were over 50.
You think 50-year-olds can grow hair like this?
Oh, fuck you. You're young. Ah, damn it.
You think that this just comes to anybody?
Ah, damn it. You're younger than me. What the hell?
Well, CJ, that's not a tough thing to be.
Damn it. I don't like. All right. You're young. You freaking had young kids and you're young and then you have your whole life ahead of you and you're not old and the hell. And you're out on the road now. You can do whatever you want. You're gonna get a bus like a Bueller?
Nah.
Is that a possibility?
That's a Bueller's living his best life. That's his thing.
No trailer, no like running around the U.S. and the Jetman tour. Nothing. None of that.
Fee actually would like that.
Camping in the wilderness, finding weird people at rest stops. Right, Bueller?
Nah, man. I don't. That's not really my life. What I like, but Fee's into that. Fee would like to travel. We're gonna downsize, man. We're gonna get some dogs. We're gonna chill out, man. We're gonna have a nice time.
I wanted him to be 50. That's why, not because I thought it. So, are you doing any projects coming up anytime soon as far as comics are concerned? Are you going to do any exclusives? Are you going to work with any artists and writers?
I don't think I would ever do an exclusive. I don't want to make comic books or anything like that. I just want to share the shit that I think is cool and the things I'm passionate about and interact with like-minded people. That's it. I don't want to create anything like that.
Okay, so your selling days are pretty much over at this point, right?
Well, I'll probably buy and sell stuff that's just my personal stuff, you know, like that. How I've always done, like my whole life.
You're not gonna go back to your Instagram roots, nothing like that.
No, I don't think I could do that in these days.
Just
too many ops, man. Too many ops for that.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, you're gonna have your hands full if you start doing that.
Nah,
again.
I can't do that, man.
No mystery boxes. Are you a sticker guy? Do you like stickers?
I've never been a sticker guy. I've been a bookmark guy. We've done many bookmarks, but bookmarks make sense because I was always the omnibus guy, you know.
Well, bookmark is useful.
Yeah,
you put it in the page and you hold your page.
So you're saying stickers are useless?
I'm not a fan of stickers.
Oh, so you're not a sticker guy?
Goose stole my thing. I don't
really?
like
He got that from you?
Oh, he stole my thing. I don't know if you knew that. I'm the one that said I do not like stickers every single day since my inception.
So he stole your content.
He stole my content.
That's
I'm gonna strike him down. With the hell and wrath of God. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, that's I just saw a video by this guy on the comic awards. Are you aware that those are happening, right? The CBC awards.
Yeah.
Do you care?
I appreciate it, but I never wanted to promote them because I didn't want to like have an advantage that I had more eyes on me just to get votes. And I know that it would have helped the awards and maybe it would have helped them grow, but I just always felt like, you know, let it just organically grow. And if people voted for me, that is cool. I still have my awards. I'm not going to sell them. I know I saw him mention that earlier, but I just always, you know, I support them. Whenever I receive something from them, I always shout them out and post it. but I always just felt like it wouldn't be fair to put it in a video that might get more attention than others, and then kind of like rig the election, if you will.
Do you feel that's kind of like petty when people sit and campaign for themselves for like a people's award kind of thing?
I get it, but I just wasn't gonna do it.
You get it, but you weren't going to do it because you don't like it.
I just didn't feel like it would be fair. I just felt like it wouldn't be fair. Not that every video that I did would have had more views or whatever. I just wouldn't feel like it would be fair if I just bombarded them and had everybody vote for Jem and won Mad Awards. I don't think that would have been good.
Well, listen, there's truth in what you said. Robbie ended up stealing the hair, hands, and beard award because he got all his.
No way, Robbie has better hair than Jem Min. So I was
Dude,
wrong.
no way, he has better hands than me.
Better hands?
No, absolutely not.
Nobody's got better hands than you. See,
That's
what
right.
kind of shit is that?
He comes in there with this like nicely trimmed beard and Jimmy Neutron haircut, and
maybe I could give him the beard. I'm sure there's more.
It's nice.
He rigged the awards with all of his PCP army. You know what I mean?
He brought a whole army with him. What the hell was that? That makes no sense.
Reggie did it too. Let's not let him get out of this. Without any.
Listen, that award should be dedicated to the oddities, not the people with the well-groomed beards and hair. It should be the guys with the wild hair and the
who got the biggest beard, the most full, the most rugged, the longest, the strongest.
That's who deserves it, not Jimmy Neutron over there with his nice, well-groomed haircut and all that stuff. You hear me, Robbie? Don't do that again. And now he's campaigning for other things this year. But
he's
he
a real
did
bastard, that one. That's why
right.
I had it. No, people keep bringing up me and Robbie that I kicked him to the curb. It's like, bro, we still are cool. It's just we just don't do the video that we were doing together. It doesn't mean that we have a problem with each other. Like I talk to Robbie all the time, man. Well, I wish I talked to him more. I talked to him recently though.
Well, I don't see anything changing as far as Robbie. He's got steady growth on his channel. He's got content that's coming out on the regular.
He's always done his own thing. He's the best comic book reviewer on YouTube. First of all, you're going to get
now
the
you
most
just gave him the endorsement. Now he's going to get more votes. See what you just did?
He deserves that award. Tell me who deserves it more than Robbie. Who reads and reviews as many comics, gives as good of a review. He does a great job on non-spoiler reviews. That was always tough for me. I didn't want to spoil it, but I didn't want to seem like I didn't read it. But he has a great job of he does a great job of giving you the gist of it. You could tell he read it. You could tell that he's got a wealth of knowledge.
This is what I will say. Don't tell him I said this because he's going to take it to his head. He's got a well-balanced show and review type of format that he does. I like I'm a very big believer of, listen, you can't do streams like this all the time and have like any kind of traction as far as putting out a steady type of review show or something like that. You have to have some production level. You have to make it a little interesting. People don't want to just come in there and just listen to somebody review something to silence and that kind of thing. You got to have the ambiance and all that. He does all of that. There are other people that are very good at reviewing. And I give them a lot. There's a few of them in here that are very good. Sleepy Reader's a great reviewer. Poke and Joe reviews are very good. But
no shots at them. To be honest, I haven't seen their videos, so I just So no shots at them. Robbie's my guy, man.
But what the thing that Robbie does that balances out, he adds an enormous amount of production to it, which I can respect that.
I don't really agree with you though.
You do?
I don't think he has a lot of production to it.
Oh, no, he does. It's a lot more than others that do it.
Well, I mean, he learned from the best that you got to have neon lights in the background if you want to be considered a real YouTuber. So he's got that.
Real YouTubers have a Kool-Aid man.
You need some LEDs so we can see under your armpits when you lift up your arms that there's a little bit of neon there. You see the neon here? You have to have this if you want to be really considered a real YouTuber.
Journey don't do neon. This is what you're going to get here.
And we're going to get a Sticky Goose neon. He got neons. He can't say shit.
I own my shitty production. That's my thing. All right? That's what I thrive on.
Well, if you are so intentional with it, then yeah, of course, it's art at this point.
That's right. I'm an artist.
I see.
Yeah. See, now you're starting to understand my logic.
I never questioned it.
I know that there were a bunch of questions in there. I'm going to tell everybody now's your time. If you're going to ask a bunch of questions, now's your time.
No politics unless you agree with Figure. And he called me a coward. I think that's a little unfair. Comic Journey, from what you've seen me go through this week, would you consider me a coward?
No, you took it. You took it like a champ.
No. Fuck out of here.
And you fought back. No,
coward is unfair. Coward is unfair, especially if you are just a name and an avatar. When I'm a face, you see who I am. So I don't appreciate that comment at all.
I think you took the bullets like a champ, and then you did your recourse videos. And I mean, what else are you going to do at that point?
Anyway,
you're going to keep it going for months?
No, go ahead. All right, so we got the questions.
Nobody ever picks a fight with me because I'm going to keep it for months. I'm petty, and I'm that kind of guy. But you did you did what you needed to do. I'll give you that much. Pickles. No, pickles and eggplants. No, I don't. No eggplants, no pickles in my stream. Okay, thank you. I asked a bunch of questions too many times, so okay, perfect. That's exactly what we're doing. So let me go to start questions and see what we got. I got a few of them. Now's your time for everybody else to jump in as well. But let me go back to the one that initially by an uncensored nerds. Hopefully, that person's still in here. My question is, people who let me make this on the highlight so you could see it. My question is, people who knows how business works, when people call you people out on contracts, why lie and say y'all didn't have none?
Yeah, that's a great question. When did I ever say I didn't have a contract? I keep hearing homeboys say this, but I never hid the fact that I was under a contract with Whatnot. This whole thing is like, why do people think this is a thing? Now, he mentioned something about Bueller saying he was the only one under contract. And I kind of recall Bueller saying something about this. I don't know if Bueller was saying he was maybe the first one or at the time he was the only one, but I'm pretty sure my whole audience knew. I'm pretty sure I would announce it like, hey, Whatnot is a sponsor. Oh, also, when you were under contract with Whatnot, you had to put it in your bio on all your socials, official Whatnot partner. So I didn't understand. That was another thing that I didn't understand where that was coming from. But we were not, okay, again, there was different kinds of contracts. We who have YouTube channels were on a contract to promote on our videos in order to bring our audience over to that app. That was the whole point of that. Just like if you're sponsored by Kellogg's and you're telling people to go buy Kellogg's cereal, the point that Kellogg's is paying you is so that people see it and then say, hey, you know what? I will try Kellogg's. So I don't know where this whole thing came up that this was a hidden thing.
The only thing I know for a fact about Bueller is he was the only one that had a contract of his nature.
Right. Yeah.
He had a very different contract from anybody else.
Right.
But
maybe that's where that came from. He had like a billboard contract. Tom and I had what they called influencer contracts, but I just always looked at it like sponsorship. I had many sponsorships. I had sponsorships with Dynamite. JPG has sponsored me for a very long time. There's been others around the way, Organic Price Books, Cheap Graphic Novels. Like I've had plenty. So to have a sponsorship for my audience was not a new thing at the time. And Whatnot was just another sponsorship that came along. So I never understood that.
So let's talk about this for a second. Let's divert for 1 second.
Yeah.
Is it bad to have a contract?
I have sponsorships right now with a couple of different people. Now we don't have contracts. I just always felt like maybe Whatnot was slightly more professional. I always took sponsorships from people that were within our hobby. Like I never wanted to be the channel that was like, okay, we're talking about comics, but now here's this ad for VPN networks or some shit. Like I always wanted to be at least within the realm of our world. So I just always looked at like Whatnot, like, oh, these guys are super professional with it. They were paying more money, so it kind of made sense to me as well. Plus, there was kind of some stipulations where they wanted you to be on the app to use the app. So I didn't think anything of it. I don't know why it would be wrong. Of anything, it's a CYA. You know what CYA is?
I don't know. What is CYA?
It's a business term. You learn it in business schools. Cover your ass.
Oh, cover your ass.
You're in a contract because if you don't put up your end of the contract, they can pull out without us suing them. Have you ever heard what happened with? There was a sponsorship with a big streamer called Ninja, and the company didn't fulfill their end of the contract, and he sued them for like millions and won because of
I
the
remember
contract.
that.
So really, it's there to protect both parties.
And that was pretty public, actually.
It was a public thing, yeah.
Yeah, very public. So, because I feel that there's a lot of feelings towards contracts from a lot of people that listen. Like some people
But again,
are against them and not in them. But I don't understand.
I don't think they understand that there's a difference between sellers' contracts and their influencer contracts that they had. There's a difference, and I don't know what the seller contract entailed, whether it was less fees or whatever it had. But I think it's important to know that there were different types of things. The Bueller thing, whatever the fuck that was, you're a walking billboard contract.
You got the Bueller clause.
The Bueller clause.
That's what he got.
Yeah.
And they made him chase his comics for about a year before he got them.
Yeah. And then they sent it to him, and he had to hunt it down. He had to travel to pick it up.
I won't forget that situation.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Do I have a couple things that I could clear up? So that was one thing I wanted to clear up, but yeah, leaving for eBay Live. I'm not leaving for eBay Live. Oh yeah, and did what not cause me to leave? Did what not force Tom to make me leave his channel? Hell no. If you ask Tom right now, he would probably say, I would rather Jem still be on the channel with me. But I would also say me leaving the channel is not going to hurt Tom whatsoever. I'm sure he can find somebody else to do that video. He might have 2 different people do it, and he might do something else. So I don't think he needed me. I think he'll be just fine. And it's not that he wanted me to go. I wanted to go, but again, not because of him personally, just because I'm obviously going through a major change and shift, and I just needed to kind of pull back. Same reason why when I was doing Lords of the Long Box, and I was really wanting to focus on my channel, and I felt like it was taken away, I pulled back at that time as well. I had no problems with anybody there. We did continue to be friends for a while after that as well. So it's the same thing. Same with Robbie. Robbie was on my channel, and we had so many conversations behind the scenes. He warned me. He's like, Jem, I'll do this top 10 video with you, but I'm going to warn you. I've tried this in the past, and it's probably going to siphon views from your regular New Comic Book Day video. And think about it. We were competing with the same video around the same time of the week, but we were still friends. He was still cordial. I brought him onto my platform, showing him to, my audience that may not have known him. And I just, we're still friends. It's not even a problem. But I just decided, you know what, maybe let's not do this video anymore after we did it for several months or however long. It did siphon video. He was right. It did siphon views from the weekly Comic Book Days reviews that I did. But it was also a lot of work for not a lot of return. So that's why I stopped it. People, I see people in the comments, I kicked him to the curb. Yeah, right. First of all, he's just fine. And he had a whole bunch of new people see him potentially that haven't seen him before.
Well, if you did kick him to the curb, would you tell us?
Ask him.
I'm saying, would you be open with that? Like you say, it didn't work out. Get out of here.
Of course I would, but I would never do that. So that's just like it's a weird question because I would never do that to begin with.
I would. I have no problem telling you, you suck. Get out of here. This is not working. You have to do that.
I've never had that problem.
But you had a good synergy. It was a good combination between you and Tom because you had a more grounded approach, and he had that over the top entertainer kind of thing going on with them, and it worked out well.
I feel like I cut you off a lot. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying you had a good energy going on between the two of you because you had the grounded approach, and he had the over the top energy that was going on. And I think it was good because if you had 2 high energy person, I don't think it would have been too much. And if you had 2 low tone energy people, it wouldn't have worked out well. It's gonna be hard for Davis, a writer, to match that. We'll see how it goes, but it's gonna be interesting.
So Davis is not. I don't think Davis is doing the Hot 10. He's doing another video with Tom, which is funny enough something that Tom has been trying to do for a long time, has been talking to me for a long time. So it's not like this video that they did was to replace what we did. It just happened to be on the same week or whatever. But they're doing something else. They're doing more of a news recap type of show together. But as far as the Hot 10, it's gonna be somebody else. But I also feel like I lost a lot of that down to earthness in doing that video with him. Like I mentioned this, trying to match his energy and trying to be excited about things and make the video not dull. So I felt like I lost my personality along the way, even though I would try to incorporate it. Also, with me and Tom, you got to understand, in recording that video, bro, it's kind of like he says a line, then I say a line. Then he says a line, he messes up, has to say it again. Then I say a line, I'm messing it up. I say it a third time. So it wasn't as conversational as it would have been, let's say, if we were in person. So we kind of felt like, you know, it was kind of difficult in that sense. But I mean, we were both kind of used to it, so we made it work. But it wasn't ideal in that sense.
It wasn't a one take thing.
I mean, oftentimes it was, but I guess it wasn't a very flowy conversational thing because of the way that we had to record it.
Yeah, it was meant to be a jump shot kind of a thing where you're like jumping from one to the other and that kind of thing. It
Yeah.
worked. It really did work. I'll say that much. But you know, Tom, but hey, you need a replacement? I'll take Jem's job. No offense, Jem.
Maybe
I'll
he should have
take his job.
a new guest every episode.
I have better hands than him. I am more loud. I could be very loud. I could match your loudness.
Can you give me your best Comic Tom impression?
No, I'm saving it for when he puts me on with him. And it's going to be fantastic. Amazing. Actually, he should just slide Fire Guy in that spot. They work really well together.
Or Russ or Jeff.
Nah, Fire Guy. He's the guy. He's the guy.
Russ and Jeff. See, Russ and Jeff have way more experience selling these books that they're talking about.
That is true, but I like Fire Guy's not knowing everything. I like the fact that he doesn't know, and he's discovering things as they're talking about them. A little bit of being not ignorant, but like a little bit of simplicity as far as how he's looking at these books. I kind of like that because he's like looking at them all for the first time. A lot of the books, especially some of the older books that are featured, he doesn't know them. So he's discovering them, and you see that on screen. It reflects. It's a really good thing.
Yeah, he's got a good personality.
I like that. So that being said, can we expect someone else to come out of the woodwork and take a shot at Jem at any time soon?
I wouldn't be surprised. Not anybody that I know of, but then maybe it was somebody that I didn't expect. I don't know.
Well, who do you think would be your next disgruntled attacker?
Nah, there's nobody like a disgruntled person laying in the woodworks that I think. Again, no, I don't see that happening. It could be like an AKA pad situation. It could be a lot of the same people who have already said stuff. But
it's going to be Tom. We all know it's going to be
It could be Robbie. It could be Bueller. It could be very Gary.
Oh.
Gary might come out with some shit to say.
Maybe he doesn't like you growing his hair. Hair's his thing.
That's very true.
I don't know. So, Jem, what is your opinion on the interaction with Jack? And we said that already.
Yeah.
Jem, when are we getting every omnibus ever released ranked?
Well, I've been focusing sorry.
That's a lot of freaking omnibuy.
No, but I've been selling some omnis too. I've been selling omnibus that I've read, so like that whole number is going to be off. Like I sold a couple of omnis on my last Whatnot stream that I was like, I read it, I probably won't read it again. I'm selling because we're going to eventually move. I'm going to be limited on space probably compared to what I have, so I'm going to just keep it to like the shit that I love: Spider-Man, X-Men, Wolverine, Venom stuff, Batman stuff, Marvel events and DC events. The Spawn books I'll keep some essentials, So
yeah, but that's not a bad. That's not a bad idea for a series as far as ranking at omnibus. Even though you don't own them, still you've read them, you've experienced them, you know what they're all about. Maybe. That's actually something really insightful, especially for people that are just starting out the omnibus, where to be able to start digging in and that kind of thing. Because even though it's cheaper than buying a lot of the key floppies, etc., it is not a cheap hobby to have. To buy that initial omnibus is not cheap to purchase. It's cheap as far as volume of what you're getting for your money compared to a floppy. But and you have to have the room.
And if you're buying one omnibus, like when they're new, they're like $60 or something like that. But you very seldomly buy one, so it becomes expensive over time.
Hey, there you go. Maybe you got something going on or something new over there. What? I don't do furry events, all right? Furry events come to me. Events. I'm not doing them. What? All right, Jem, what's your crown jewel piece in your PC?
Fee.
She's right next to you, isn't she?
She's not actually, but what's my crown jewel in my PC besides my family? You know what? I mean, I think it's more on the omnibus side, so it would probably be something like some of my favorite omnis. I think I would say maybe something like Death of Superman omnibus, maybe Spider-Man vs. Venom omnibus. Some books that I probably would always keep no matter what happens.
Interesting. I would have thought you would have hit us with a statue.
Nah, statues. I love statues, but after I've had them for a while, I don't mind selling them to buy something else. I've had to sell most of my statues in during this year, so I only really have a handful left.
Well, you're saving a lot of money on moving.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to cut back on those expenses.
If Gemmett is a coward, what is your definition of bravery?
Yeah, this is just regarding some personal vendetta. It's not even anything public.
And we already talked about your cowardice.
Yeah.
Jem, did you know CJ is YouTube Jesus? Well, did you?
You're an anchor character.
That's right.
I know.
I'm the anchor of the comic community.
I did know that.
Who dat? Question, Jem. Will you make a return to Instagram with the waffles? I asked that already.
Yeah, we kind of addressed that, but no, too many ops.
Too many problems, too many headaches, right?
Yeah.
I think we're done with all. Wait, hold on. We got one more here. Jem, with you recently selling some of that statue, what is the first one that you'd want to buy back?
Yeah, it's kind of, maybe it's weird to hear, but I wouldn't buy something old back. I've only done that one time, and I ended up selling it again. So I think it would always be, let's do a new collection. Let's go in a different direction. So I don't think it would really be that. There's always new stuff coming out, and the new stuff is always shinier and prettier, and you always kind of feel like, at least I always kind of feel like I would rather have the new thing anyway. So
is it one of those situations like it's part of the conquest? Once you have it, then you're like,
it's all
now what? Kind of a thing.
It's all about the hunt, baby.
You know, I feel the same way, but not about comics. But we talk about that in this Insomniac at late night hours, not during these times. It's not comics though.
I got
about the conquest, but yeah, 175. It could get expensive. You know, you get them cheap. I mean, you could go to the Ollies and that kind of stuff and get them.
Nah, you got to buy them online. So the thing with the Omnis, you got to get them while they're in stock. When they're in stock, they usually go for like 40% off cover price.
And I think Ollie's has like major deals on these kind of things too, right? I don't have any Ollie's here in New York because we're in New York and we don't bring Ollie's. I don't know why, but supposedly from all the YouTubers that go hunting and stuff like that, they find them in there for like $40, $50. Like,
and what is that?
Deals.
Donated books or something? Because I think people do find out of print books there, which would typically be expensive, like on eBay or something. But they'll find them at Ollie's. It's like a thrift store, I guess, for books.
I don't think they're used though. I think they're brand new in like the seal.
Used, man.
Anybody that's in the chat that knows of an Ollie's, tell me, are they used books or are they sealed books or like what the hell? I thought they were actually sealed books because you could get toys too that are sealed in there. You could get like all kinds of other stuff that's like new in the box. So I don't know.
I assumed it was like a secondhand store type of thing.
That's what I thought about initially, but you have all these people that are always throwing up these I just discovered this in Ollie's. I got the Ollie packs and I got all this stuff, and they're showing stuff that's sealed. Oh, it's old stock.
Okay, so dead stock maybe, like it's sealed, but it's just old. Okay,
warehouse stuff.
Why didn't you ask Biggie Shaq's question?
I'm going to get back to it. I was trying to
skip right over him.
Well, it's not in a good. There's no question mark, but let's go.
You're like you. What are you, Jeopardy over here? you gotta answer in the form of a question.
I'm looking for question marks so I don't miss anybody because there's so many things coming in through the chat. So
well, you got to handle like a professional. What do you want me to tell you?
Well,
don't
okay, I will.
Don't get all frazzled up.
I'm getting frazzled. All right. Would you ever consider rap battling against me? And the one much against me, and the one much did Tyler pay you, and how much did
and how much I would never consider
him
going against the freestyle god, and Tyler did pay me to vote for him so that you lost that battle, man. He paid me $15. I'm sorry, it was a tempting offer. I figured nobody would know, so you really should have won that battle.
So you heard it was fixed.
It was fixed. It was
You
rigged.
can't be bought.
I was.
Yeah, listen, money talks. Yeah. Biggie, I'm sorry. You should have given him a couple bucks. It might have made a difference. How'd you feel about that experience?
Which one?
With the rap battle.
Oh, I wasn't rapping though.
Watching that whole situation going on.
Man, it was like watching Jay-Z battling DMX for the first time, man. It was crazy.
It is. We have talent here on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's all about the hunt for you because yes, it's all about the hunt. We'll get into that another time. All right.
CJ just hunts and hunts, but has yet to really get that kill.
I'm one of the, I hunt for the sport. I throw back all the time.
Knucking Futz. I'm not renting out this basement to some weirdo. I'm not doing it.
Oh, that's something you even considered as far as renting out or
unless
anything
it
like
was
that?
family or somebody, but I wouldn't even want to charge family. So, nah,
dude,
plus,
you
we don't
have no
family in this
idea.
area.
Sell it, family. That's like worse. You do not. Jim about to stir up Biggie's stream for the rest of the. Yes, we know Biggie's gonna hit him hard with being bought, and wait till Biggie's next live stream. And he's gonna go off on Jim, and then Jim is gonna have to do a retaliation video, and there you go. There's your your next hitman. No one goes against Biggie. Yeah, that's right. Nobody goes against Biggie.
I'm smarter than that.
Nobody puts Biggie in the corner. There you go. So what do you think? Did we say it all?
Yeah, I don't think we really left any stone unturned.
Was I too soft on him, chat? Should I say something like vitriol or something really toxic to him?
Well, let me ask you a question. So what do you think? Is there do you have any unanswered questions about the whole whatnot situation? Is there any stone unturned with that?
I think it's pretty clear with me with whatnot. Okay, this is my understanding. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sounds good.
You went into this situation. They paid you a good amount of money to go in there and represent them. Do a few shows through them. I don't know what time period, how many. It was like a 2-year contract to that extent, but I don't know how many shows per month you had to do. Was it 4? Was it 2? Was it 1? It's irrelevant.
It was 1 a week for a month.
Okay, so you did 1 a week. They were having expectations. Are you bringing in a lot more people into the crowd?
Well, I mean, that's what we could assume. Honestly, I never really had that conversation, but that's kind of what we all.
It's kind of untold kind of a thing,
right?
You came in gangbusters in there. You made some good money going in there.
Yeah.
Over time, you got disinterested. It started to peter out a little bit. The money wasn't as good. They were not as gung ho as far as keeping you. You were not that gung ho about the whole situation itself, and you kind of. And it ended at that point. Once the contract ended, you have no reason to continue there because you don't really like to sell.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Because you could have hung out there even with no contract and still sold if you wanted to.
Exactly. But I was never really a seller. Like I could have done that. They might have offered me an extension into August. I don't know. But it just wasn't. It didn't feel right. Do
you feel that did you end up closing that account permanently?
No,
or
I have not done that. I might do it just to kind of really just, settle it up for once and for good. Now, Luis is asking about C2E2. If you want to know more about that, I need an intermission to use the restroom.
All right. I'll give you an intermission. I'll yell at everybody.
One of your videos, and I'll probably be back before it ends.
All right. All right. I'll yell at Biggie until he comes back. What do you want a wrench? What are you going to try to get Jem to give you a wrench? I'll tell you what. When Jem comes back and he decides you can have a wrench, I'll give it back to you. How's that sound? All right? If he says it's okay, I'll give you a wrench. There you go. I'm not that mean. We'll get into the C2E2 situation. See, that's why I forget about things. I talked to him about the C2E2 situation in the past, but we'll bring it up because that's what we do. We dig up drama. Now you guys made him go pee. He's an old man. He has to go pee. Not like me. I'm young and virile. But I worked in a house in Laguna Beach, and they used it to show ballers that owned and got 100K per day. Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't making 100K. Okay, folks, I can guarantee you that. We could ask him that, but I'm pretty confident he was not making that kind of cash. Comic Journey, Gem Mint, would you consider renting out your basement? Oh, we read that already. He read that already. Oh no, not C2E2. All right. Well, maybe no. Now we're going to talk about C2. Now that you said, oh no, now we're going to say about it. Oh, wait a minute. You said, oh no? Jeez.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Okay, can I ask everyone to please stop saying oh no in this courtroom? Because the fucking Kool-Aid guy's gonna keep showing up. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, Bronx, we could actually get into that when he comes back with the old city. We'll talk about it all together, the whole experience. And if it doesn't answer everybody's questions completely, we'll talk about it. Well, there you go. $30 million house. Looks like more people are getting into the C2E2 thing. So, yeah, look at this. We're going to rehash old drama.
Yeah, that's how, I wish I would have responded so long. I don't know why I didn't just make a video about this. I guess I felt like, I don't know. All right. Let me see. CJ. Oh yeah. What are their questions? Because I don't really know where to start with that, I guess.
Okay. So basically, Lewis said to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then Bronze is getting, did you ask my question how he felt after C2E2 and the initial reaction?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, that's the thing. I think your reaction video is what caused.
That was the only problem. I really didn't have anything to do with this shit other than the video. And so here's what happened with that, right? So I'll start with the video. I knew that this thing was going on when I was on the floor. People are upset. First of all, there's multiple different fronts on why people are upset. People are upset because two individuals purchased an exorbitant amount of copies. One person skipped the line. Then at the end of the other end of it was that this book was an old variant that they stapled an acetate cover on it, and then the acetate cover was like had a flag folded in the wrong way, and in God we trust, and then Marvel didn't approve it, but CGC already graded it. There was so much shit going on with that. But what I didn't like was like people kept attacking Danielle and Skeff, and I'm like, damn, I'm over here with these people, and I see them like just working their booths and hustling and like running around and working hard. I'm like, damn, I feel like nobody's defending them, and I'm feeling like, they're my peers at this point, right? And I don't want to miss anything out. Okay, so blah blah blah. I tell Danielle, hey, I'm going to make a video when I get home to clear the air because I'm here with you guys. I see how hard you guys are working. We're all doing this shit, whatever. And I didn't say anything to Skeff, and I knew Skeff would have been like, bro, please don't bring my name up. Like I knew in my heart he would say that, man. Skeff's such a humble, honest dude, such a nice guy, and I knew in my heart that he wouldn't want me to bring him up. And the thing, I wanted to bring their names up because I wanted to be like, what did they do? I didn't want to like not say their names, right? So anyway, I say the video, and the biggest thing that came out from that was like the whole skip the line thing. Like as soon as I put the video out, Fee watched it and she's like, bro, why did you say she didn't skip the line? You left the line. Like me and Fee were in line together. We were talking with people, and Comic Tom was in his hotel room. He was ready to record his trending 10. And every time we're at a convention, he usually has me hop on the trending 10 with him rather than the hot 10. So I actually have this all in my vlog with timestamps too. It's funny. So
you got witness, at least. The Bronze saying that he actually saw you sitting in the line.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was there, but then I thought it was Comic Man Andy. I couldn't remember. They both looked the same with the beards, I think. But I know there was a couple people that were there with me in line. But what happened was, and Tom was not in line at all. I always see his name get brought up in this. It's so frustrating. He was in his hotel room setting up. He always has a bunch of portable lights and mics. I don't even think he ever got copies of that book, to be honest. But he was in his hotel. I left Fee in the line. I wasn't a big spender. I was getting paid anyway to sponsor whatnot. I didn't have to come to the convention. They didn't fly me there. I drove there because I'm local. I didn't have to do it, but I thought it would be fun. Tom does conventions. All these people do conventions. So I tell Fee, hey,
let's break this down and dissect it the way it should be.
Break it down, because I don't know. I know what I know. I'll break it down.
So here's the scenario. The biggest issue that people had is a lot of people skipping the lines and going to the front and getting a chunk of books and going back. Okay, so that's one issue.
Okay,
there was other issues that infuriated people even more because of the fact that a lot of the books ran out, and then as they were like very close to running out, Black Flag decided to gouge everybody and basically jump up the prices. And then after that, they actually not only gouged the prices, they turned around and said, listen, in order to be able to even qualify to get one of these that you're going to pay a gouge price for, you're going to have to buy like, I don't know, something ridiculous, like $500,000, $1,000 worth of comics in order to even be allowed to buy this. Jeez. So they cause a mass hysteria on that. People were infuriated that they're waiting online all the time, and that kind of and that people kind of jump in lines. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to ask you this directly, and you can tell me how you truly. Let's say you wanted to get half a short box of it for your sales, and you worked out a deal with the guy. Is that a bad thing?
Here, I need.
If you worked out a deal with the guy ahead of the con, and you say, "Listen, I want to reserve me a short box."
No, that sounds normal to me. And coming from Danielle, she's not a YouTuber. She's really a retailer who sets up at conventions. She's a comic book retailer, right? So to me, that makes sense. Hey, listen, I'm about to pick up 50 of those, whatever. I'll come by and grab them at 10:30 or whatever the fuck it was, Do you think there's something wrong with that?
I absolutely don't. Here's what I find wrong.
Yeah.
Here's what I find wrong. I don't have a problem with the people that got the books with the negotiated, because that happens at cons all the time, by the way. For all the people that are naive, dealers, sellers do that between themselves all the time. Before
the con, they say the most deals go down before the convention opens.
Absolutely. Where the big problem was Black Flag. Right. They turned around and didn't say, listen, I don't want you coming in during this line time.
Or that.
I don't want to cause any conflict. You're either going to come before or after the thing starts. You either come pre-hours to the show and get it, because everybody had access to be able to do that, or you come after hours and get it. That's it. We're not gonna have any kind of problems, and we're not gonna have any people being pissed about skipping lines, etc., etc. This is the deal that we worked out. And if they did that, I don't think there would have been any issue whatsoever.
Right. That makes sense. Although, is that what it looks like on the outside looking in? Like you said, maybe they should have handled that better and scheduled it beforehand or after. And who knows? Who knows if that's even what happened? I don't know. I don't talk to Danielle like that. I mean, we're cordial. We speak every now and then, but I don't know what the hell happened with that. All I know is I was in the line with Fee. I left Fee in line. I said, Fee, they have 5 exclusives. I'm like, yo, just grab 5 of those and 5 of those. I don't think this other book is going to sell. I didn't need to make money on those books. As long as I broke even, it was fine. It wasn't like I was going to make money off those books. I'm getting paid anyway monthly being sponsored by them. So I leave, go to the hotel room with Tom. Fee buys the 10 books, 5 and 5, and she meets us back at the hotel. And in my vlog, it shows that scenario. It happens to show me in the hotel with Tom, and Fee comes with the box of the shit that she got. And she'll tell you if she's still in the chat. She's like, I waited forever in that line, and I had to pay all this money for these books or whatever. And that's what happened with that. But in the video that I made, I said she didn't skip the line because I didn't see her skip the line. After the video came out, Fee was like, bro, you left. You weren't even there. She definitely skipped the line. But again, did she skip the line because she had a prearranged thing, or who the fuck knows?
So you feel that's where he came, but that you perceived that you lied?
It made it look like I lied. It made it look like I covered up for her when I just said I did that she didn't, because I never saw her do that, not realizing that I left the line early and I left Fee in the line. You could ask Fee.
Black Flag could suck a dick, but in their defense, nobody comes and writes them a check. If they put out an exclusive that sucks balls and nobody wants it, got to strike the iron hot. Okay, I get that.
Well, that was kind of my point in that video too. It was like these guys made a book that was super high, and it's hard to make a variant that goes over retail like that. But then again, so many things came out after that I didn't even know at the time. The fact that it wasn't Marvel approved. Why did CGC grade it and have 10s and 9.9s? That's a whole other story. But the part where I fit in is that I said she didn't skip the line because I didn't see it, not realizing that, damn, I did leave the line early and I left Fee in the line. So I don't know what the
You were
fuck happened.
protecting her. Basically, you were protecting your own. That's what it was perceived as.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, but that wasn't the intention. I just said that because that's not something I witnessed. But then again, Fee told me after, and I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even fucking know that. And then the other thing that happened was,
see, you never made a follow-up video on that, though, basically saying, listen, I was wrong, whatever, you know, that kind of thing.
I tell this whole story in detail on MJ Comics channel, and I was going to clip it and put it on mine, but everybody's feeling like I'm milking it and I'm putting out all these drama videos. So I don't know. I've been hesitant to do it. I don't mind. It's on his channel right now too. But and on his channel, we actually go to my vlog and I show him all the timestamps. And like, it's funny because I actually have receipts for what's going on here. The other part of that was I defended them buying X amount of copies. And with Skeff, I guess they weren't buying them for themselves. I don't want to get into it because it's not my business. It's their business. But
yeah, but it's a business transaction.
That's true. And that's kind of what I was defending. And I was like, hey, if a lot of these people will say 5 per customer, 3 per customer, Black Flag wanted to sell it all as fast as possible. And like you said, price gouge. And it seemed like they had a lot of shady business practices for that.
Oh, forget about it.
And me, this is not what I do. Bro, I review statues. I was new to all this at this time. This is like 2022. I'm over here thinking, okay, this is what you do. You buy the exclusives. I put them on Whatnot for $1. When I was auctioning the acetates, I had 5 copies of them. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I think we paid $40 or $50 a book. I started it at $1. I didn't even know it had an acetate cover until the second one, because I'm pretty sure what happened was the first one didn't sell good. So I took it out and I'm like, oh shit, this has like a clear cover. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I only knew it was Creighton Klein. Yeah, that's right. That's it, right? So that's why I even told Fee to pick that one up. They had 3 books, and I only told her to grab 2 of them, because the third one I was like, I don't think people are gonna even like this book. But anyway, so yeah, I had 5 copies. I sold them. I made the video, and I felt bad. I felt bad for Skeff, man, and he hit me up.
Oh, he got clobbered during that time. No, actually, I don't know who got it worse though.
Yeah, they both got it bad.
Danielle got it. I think it's because she's a woman too that people really laid it hard on her.
But here's the thing: the whole reason why I deleted the video, I didn't mind if I had a bad take. I don't mind, getting hit with the arrows. But I felt bad because I put that video out without telling Skeff I was going to mention him, and I knew if I would have told him that he would have said, "Bro, please don't do that." So when I spoke to him after it was out, I was like, "Damn, bro, I feel really bad. I'm sorry. If this really is negatively affecting you, just say the word, bro. I'll pull the video. I'll just delete it. No unlisted, no private, no nothing." And he was like, "All right, Jem, I really appreciate it." And he might have hit me back like 2 hours later, like, "Bro, this shit is pretty bad, man." And I was like, "Yo, say less. I'm going to delete the video," because I was in the wrong. Because I knew in my heart that if I had told him, like I told Danielle I was going to make it, that he would have been like, "Dude, please don't do that. Like, I'm already catching enough heat. These weren't even his books." I'm pretty sure he pulled up whoever he was working with to get copies or whatever.
I definitely get it.
But that's why I deleted it, because of my friendship with him, who I'm still friends with to this day. He's such a nice guy. That's not even the type of dude he is to scalp books or anything like that. So I feel super bad that he got caught up in that. And then I inserted myself into this shit when really I didn't do shit. Really, I was in line. I left to go do a video with Tom, told Fee to grab 5 copies of this, 5 copies of that, and that's it. My whole thing was just making this video to defend people that were getting attacked, thinking, oh, Jem's going to be the voice of reason. Like, I've made heartfelt videos in the past. I've made heartfelt videos recently that resonate with people, but that one didn't go over well with people, and I really caught a lot of flack for that. The Thorough thing was really bad, and I really resented him for that, because he knew me, I knew him. I would pop into his live streams every now and then, and I would kind of big him up, knowing that I was a bigger channel, and I kind of felt like, hey, this would be a good look. I would love it if I was in his position and a bigger channel came in with a check mark on their shit and all that, and like showed love. I thought we were cool. But he took the first opportunity that he could have to throw me under the bus, and he took that shit. If he was a real man, if he was somebody that he fucks with me like he said he did, He could have pulled me to the side or DM me like, yo, Jem, you're out of pocket, bro. You're wrong. You should delete that or address it or something. But there was none of that shit. He took the first opportunity he had to throw me under the bus for clout. And I gave him his biggest fucking video on his channel because of that. And I just think that's fucked up, man. I think if we were cool and had a rapport like that, he could have came to me like a man. But instead, he decided to use me like how he used Manimal for his own personal gain. So he can get monetized, clicks, views, subs, whatever comes with it.
So you think it's personal against you? Or
no, I don't think it's personal. I just think that's a testament to his character. That's the type of person he is.
I've interacted with Fleur a lot.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that because I don't think he's a good person.
I have never had an issue with him personally, but but then again, he never chomped on me too. So I don't know. But I know that's his thing. He'll like once something is in his head, he's gonna go after him. Like
even if he doesn't have all the facts, even if he made up the facts in his head, which is why I said it blows my mind that this dude was an officer. Because, like, you don't have all the facts, and the things that you're stating are not facts. I remember when he was live with the C2E2 video, I was in the chat. I'm like, bro, you're literally making up scenarios in your head, and you're spewing it out to all these people like this is the facts. It's not the facts at all. It's mind-blowing to me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I should have responded to that video right then and there, but for whatever reason, because I was getting so much backlash, because I was still working with Whatnot, and, you know, the shit with Danielle and Skeff, and I think I was just like, you know what, fuck it, man.
You know, personally, I could understand your point on a lot of things. The one thing that I would say is I'd avoid the whole officer thing as far as bringing that up in the conversation. There's a lot of history in what happened to him when he was an officer that I'm sure it gave him a lot of issues down the line. So that's like something like super that could cause some major ill feelings, you know what I'm saying? And just keep this thing going.
Hey, listen, this is my job. As far as I'm concerned, this dude was willing to take my livelihood so that I can't support my family. So I just don't.
I could definitely see that. I could definitely.
I don't respect it. You know, so it is what it is, man.
I definitely could. I could see that. Now, from one controversy to the other.
Was there anything else with C2E2?
I think we about said it all, right?
Right. I think that was everything.
I think we about.
In hindsight, if I just wouldn't have made that video, none of this would have happened, bro. So
you would have gotten attacked a little bit, but it would have been over with.
I don't know. Maybe just because I bought 5
copies.
I don't know.
You would have been in the Tom box.
But Tom had nothing to do with that shit at all, bro. If he
it doesn't matter. Because that's why. Did you decide? Man. That's the problem. If people get in their head.
He had nothing to do with that shit. I don't know that he even had a copy. Unless somebody gifted him one. He was in a hotel setting up. It's in my vlog. You guys could see it. So just put Gem Mint Collectible C2E2 blog. It'll come right up. It says day 1. I never made a day 2 vlog out of it.
I promise you.
Bueller knows. Tom was in his hotel waiting on me and whoever else was doing the trending video with him that day.
I assure you, even though you were there, or like you would have been put, or if you didn't make the video, you would have been put in the Tom box. It's just, you know.
Yeah, that's possible. Because he got put into it and he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I promise you.
I always feel like maybe because I put myself into it, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said anything, but I thought I was helping out people that I had become friends with. Again, Skeff is the nicest fucking guy in the world. I hated to see his name getting dragged. I think that's really one of the reasons why I did it. And that's ended up being the reason why I deleted it. You know, I hate the fact that people think I deleted it because I was scared or any of that bullshit. Come on, man. I'm not scared at all. But I did it for a friend that I knew I should have confided in him before making it. So I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I
think we said it all as far as C2E2. If there's anything that we've missed, which I doubt it, we kind of nailed it all. Say it. But let's go to the even a bigger controversy. Should we give this maniac a wrench or? It's on you. You're the judge. You decide. Does he get one or does he not get one? I will go by what you say right now. I took it away from him last time he booted. He hasn't had it since the last time you were on when he booted Tom. While you.
So here's my thing, man. I helped contribute to rigging the rap battle he was in. So my payback to the immortal Biggie Shaq is to knight him with a wrench right now on this channel.
Holy shit. Look at you.
He gets the wrench.
Look
All
at
right.
you.
Hey, Biggie, we're square now. All right. I don't want any more challenges to a battle. Me and you, we go our separate ways. You remain a mod. I go on about my business.
Listen, you better not abuse your freaking power. You better not abuse your power because you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Take it away again. It's gonna happen real fast. I think we got everything. Yeah, Nerdy Girl definitely got it worse. I feel that as well.
But she fought though. You know, she fought back too.
Oh yeah, she fought back, but I think they were a lot more vitriol.
Yeah, I remember that.
And stuff like that. They got nasty with her. Like they really got nasty with her. And I think it's because she was a woman. I think they thought they were having an easy.
You think there was some misogyny there?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think they thought they had an easier target, and then she fought back a little bit, and it kind of like ended at that point. And she also did the world tour as far as hitting a lot of different channels as far as saying her piece. She didn't shy away from it, so I give her credit on that. She was here as well, so during that time, and we talked all about it. Skittle is I only know Skeff as far as hello, nice to meet you, goodbye. So I'll take your word for it. I don't know. He has a gentle face. I'll say that much. But
he's that way in real life too.
No, but I don't know him personally, so I can't comment on that. Chip deleted the channel over the there was he's the guy that broke that ass gate. I wish I was there. I would have got gazillions of views and became YouTube famous and TikTok famous. Tom wasn't in it. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't even there. Hey, you stop looking at me. All right, you look at me. It was your fault. Should we take
I think I did meet Biggie Shack there actually, and I met Bueller there.
You won't forget Biggie if you meet him.
No,
he's the immortal B-Shack. You see a big giant with red hair and a red beard. You're not gonna miss him. You know who that is. Damian Wayne. Well, thank you for joining us. I think we got it all. What do you think? Do we miss anything? Is there any controversy?
You skipped over a lot of questions, but you know.
Should we ask more?
No, we're good, man. It's getting late. We got the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern in the morning.
That's why I'm trying to wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. But I hope I cleared it up, man. I hate the fact that I didn't respond to this shit earlier. I don't even know why I didn't. I'm looking back, like it was just so crazy at the time. I guess I had inserted myself to this shit already, and I was like, bro, just let it blow over already. But a lot of people had a lot of people felt a certain way about that. So I'm glad I'm speaking about it now. And if anybody ever has any questions, just hit me up, bro. Like, what the fuck?
What are you talking about? I was not there. Oh, you were not there. Okay. I got you. You weren't there.
He was there. He was not there. He was in line.
You interviewed everybody, okay? I got it.
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
You got a supporter here from Austin LeMay. Throwing up a whole bunch of diamonds.
They're gems, guy.
It's just a fucking book. I don't think you could sum it up any better than that, actually.
Oh, Thorough always says about how I talk about my losses. But I never said that to make someone feel bad for me. I'm just saying if we bought those books and we all lost money on them, nobody would have made a video on it. It's the fact that they sold for more than they were bought for why people talked about it. Bottom line.
Yeah, I don't see you as a sympathy chaser.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I was just pointing out a fact. If everybody who bought that UF4 bought it for $50 and couldn't sell it for $10, the video that these people would have made would have been like, these fucking idiots. Look, they all lost money. Ha ha ha. But because they were profitable, that's why there was a problem. So the video was never to say you should worry about my losses. I'm just saying you don't hear shit when people take losses. You only hear criticisms when there's profits involved.
That's definitely a thing. And you also see a lot of people what you were saying before, punching up.
Right. Yep. For clout. Really for clout. Oh, this is a hot topic. I'm gonna.
Do you think there is a difference between punching up and punching down?
Punching down, it was something I always didn't want to do, but now I'm kind of like, fuck it, man.
But what is the difference? Other than subs and whatever it is.
Yeah, the difference is that somebody who's punching down could send all their followers to attack you, which I've never done. I've never said, yo, go to this guy's video and bash him. But I have said, listen, watch his video for yourself. Links in the description. If you agree with him and I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I think punching down is like, yo, this guy's being mean to me. Everybody, Geminites, go and flag his shit. Go and report his video. Go and talk shit about him. That's punching down. But for me, my whole tactic was like, yo, I put it all out there. I'll give you my story. You could go watch theirs and you can make a decision. I'm never going to tell somebody to go send somebody over there or what have you. So to me, that's the difference.
See, I really don't differentiate. If you have a problem with somebody or a problem with somebody's content or whatever they say, and you bring it up or whatever the case is, regardless of the size of the channel, you say what you say and that's it. Like you got like a guy like here, Biggie. He got attacked a couple times, but I could promise you, if the channel is bigger or if the channel is smaller, he's gonna retaliate in a proper way, and that's what it is. It's not about the size of the channel or whatever the case is. If somebody's saying something that needs to be addressed, I don't look at it as punching up or punching down. You say what you got to say, and that's it. You don't make it about the views and whatever the case is.
Oh, but that's what it's always about, CJ. That's all the reason.
If a guy has one view per channel,
then you're complaining into the void. But the problem is when somebody starts punching up or down and they don't have their facts straight, and then you do have people that are listening to you. That's a problem, man. You spreading bullshit, man. So it's like that's what I didn't like about the whole thing. You know what I didn't like about the whole thing about people that weren't there making videos telling other people what happened. Like, bro, you weren't even there. That was another problem I had in the video that I mentioned. Motherfuckers was on the couch, but you're telling people at home what happened, and you weren't there. I had a problem with that.
No, that's basically how it works. I told you, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter if you were there or not. You were going to get included because you're part of the clique. That's how it works. You get lumped in. Again, C2E2 backroom deals were fumbled. More public said
Made public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
there was so many things. It wasn't even just one thing. There was literally like three totally different things regarding that book that all were bad, that all came to a head. It was like the biggest controversy for a fucking exclusive.
I'll keep the same thing I called it when that first happened. It's a huge clusterfuck, and that's basically the best way to sum that scenario up. There was so many things that were wrong. Don't even get started with the Crane wife stealing.
Oh, I didn't even get into that. Like, it never ended with that fucking thing, man.
You know, it was a huge cluster. For me, that was the most entertaining part of it as well. I felt bad.
It was the craziest part that rarely gets spoken on.
You know, I feel bad for the guy, but the guy's a dick too.
He was over after that, and it was like, yo, it was crazy, man.
He came out that was sympathy chasing. You want to see sympathy chasing when he came out publicly, he started crying.
You'll never see me do that. You'll never see me put up a GoFundMe, a Patreon, any of that bullshit. I handle my shit like a man. I would never come to y'all. I would never come to the internet begging. If I want to make money on the internet, I'm going to provide a service, whether it's content or whatever, product.
He had his wife stolen and came out crying on the internet about it.
And that's a terrible thing to happen, man. Like, I don't know where his headspace was at. I would never wish that upon myself. But I just know when I'm in a bad spot, I'm not coming to the internet like that, man. Not to say what he did was wrong. I'm just saying, me personally, with my situation, I would never come out begging. Yeah, Crane didn't say shit. He just kept it on the low.
He was smart about it. Well, he's the guy that was the aggressor. So, like, what is he gonna say?
No, I feel you, Bronze. I'm not saying people don't need to talk about it, but people, if you're talking about it, please have the facts straight. So, no, I see what you're saying. I appreciate you doing the legwork and the investigative work. I don't think every channel did that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
No, they didn't. Right. He did a good job. He did a really, really good job.
If I recall, he was trying to put the pieces together. I wish I would have talked to him. I thought we maybe had talked a little bit about it, but I wish I would have maybe. I wish I would have did a lot of things different with that. I wish I would have never made the video. I was trying to defend my friends, but I inserted myself in a situation that I really didn't have anything to do with, and deleting it, I felt like it was right to do in my heart because of Skeff, but it made it look like I was afraid of it, which I definitely wasn't. So. Like Thorough has it up on his channel. I could have tried to probably copyright strike or hit it for bullying. I would never do that. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I gave you your first and probably last 5 figures, bro. Enjoy it.
Well, now that Swaggle House in here, we definitely have to end the stream because this guy is only controversy. He comes in here straight toxicity. You hear
What's
that,
going on,
Mickey?
Swaggle? Hope you're doing good.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot, man.
Yeah. We got to leave something for the next time, right?
Round 3 is going to be crazy.
Oh, my God. What are you going to do then?
Who the
What
fuck
kind
knows?
of atrocities are you going to cause then? And
Hopefully I learn from these mistakes and don't make the same ones twice.
all right. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Make sure
Thank you, everybody who said hi that I didn't catch. I see the comments. I appreciate you.
You really like to talk over me. I'm the host. I'm the boss.
What is the logo on the bottom of this screen that's very large?
That's what I get from giving you a nice background. That's what I get. I'm the host. I'm the boss. That's how it works. All right. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Make sure you log into seeing a lot of the stuff that Jem and Fee are dropping, especially that morning show. I think there's something going on with that as far as the Monday through Friday thing. It's the kind of thing you could jump in at any time, jump out, go back and forth. It's a nice stream to be able to check. A nice change of pace. So I like that. If
Thank
you are angry still at Jem, don't worry. You can go into his comments, yell at him all you want. He likes that. Just don't yell at me. I'm done with that because I'm positive.
He's drama free.
Yeah, that's right. I told you, I'm Mr. Positive. That's it. And Goose, stickers is my thing. Get off my lawn. All right? That being said, good night. We're going to go. Thank you. Goodbye.
In the morning.
We're ending. Thank you. Bye.